What if Section 8 wasn't looked at as a stigma? Rather, it was looked at as a stepping stone to build wealth. Well, the United States hasn't figured that out, nor do they want to figure it out. But Singapore has. So tonight we're going to talk all about Singapore and a couple other great things that I have created for to highlight my brother Jimmy. And this is all jokes, y'all. But listen, welcome to Freedom Fridays, y'all. This is another production of the Black Wealth Rebels. We're here to educate. This is where culture and money collide, and we're here to have a good time. Good morning, sirs. Or good afternoon, sirs. Or good evening, sirs. I don't know where I'm at.
Good morning, tripping.
Listen, man, I found this leak today at the property, and it's got me a little rattled. So
I mean, water inside houses.
no, it's outside. It's outside, but it's just weird. It's just weird, man. How y'all doing now?
You know,
good, man.
when you own big commercial property, I mean that's part of what comes with it, right?
Here we go.
Oh man, you heard? That's what we heard.
Here we go. I don't own no big commercial property
I'm saying,
at all.
know, part of it. That's just
No,
part
sir.
of it.
No, sir. That's
What's
not
up, folks pulling up? What's up, everybody? Appreciate y'all pulling up.
You.
You know what I'm saying? You know, this is going to be a interesting Friday. You know, we're going to do our normal thing. You know what I mean? Hold on for 1 second, gentlemen. I'll be right.
All right. While Jimmy's busy, let's see what's up to people. What up, Don? How you doing, brother? Welcome. K Diggy's in the building. What up?
You.
Jarrell's in the building. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great and having a fantastic day. The weekend's about to start, and it's starting to get hot. And here's the funny thing. I hate extremes. I don't like it when it's hot, and I don't like it when it's cold. Mostly because it costs you more money. You got to run the air when it's hot, and you got to turn on the damn heat when it's cold. So it's like,
Hey, listen, man. I just had to jump off for a second. That was my contractor calling me, trying to get something fixed to the property, man. So, you know, I understand, man.
Now, Jim, I saw this commercial space I need you to look into, but we'll talk about that after the show.
Well, you're trying to get more space. I'm trying to get rid of space.
No, I want a studio space for us.
Okay.
I want us to have our own spot.
I mean, you know, let's make it happen, man. Let's get a mixed use joint with a pod studio with some apartments above. You know, let's make it happen.
Yeah,
Listen, man.
Miss Bowie, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday, Kings. Oh, I like that. I like how that sounds. That's nice. Yeah. All right, I appreciate that, K Diggy. Yes, hit the like channel on all 3 channels, especially the Black Wealth Rebels channel over on YouTube, y'all.
And the share.
That's important. That is important.
Likes and shares.
All right, so I want to show y'all this masterful piece of artwork that I did for my brother Jimmy today. So let's go to it. You must just went nuclear on Donald Trump. My man hopped on Twitter or X or whatever it is this week and said Trump's in the Epstein files. Like he just dropped a mixtape full of sealed indictments. Then he backed it up with 1992 party footage. Trump and Epstein bro hugging in khakis. Wall Street reacted like Elon Musk slapped somebody at the Oscars. Tesla stock dropped 14%. Billions gone. Poof. Then Elon pulled the I made you card like a messy ex with a megaphone. Said Trump's ungrateful like, bro, what are you doing? Called Trump's big beautiful bill a disgusting abomination. Said it was made by lobbyists to hurt regular people and help the rich get richer. Then Trump acted like a little kid mad he ain't the teacher's pet no more and tried to cancel recess for Elon by threatening to yank every federal contract that helped him become a millionaire in the first place. The bromance, over. Now these 2 beneficiaries of white supremacy are duking it out over who can hurt people more. And we're just supposed to sit by, eat popcorn, and just watch it on TV like American Idol. Meanwhile, we working right here in Philly. The Black Wealth Rebels are hosting our 10th annual By the Hood Financial Literacy Summer Camp this July. We're teaching Black youth how to budget, build credit, invest early, buy land, and own businesses. Not beg for a seat, but build the whole damn table themselves. This ain't no charity. This is power building. This is wealth training. This is future-proofing Black freedom. While they drop bombs, we drop knowledge. Support the work, empower our youth, and join the mission. You can learn more about it at bythehoodcamp.com. Look at that picture. Look at that picture. But By the Hood Camp is open right now. Let's go. What you got to say, Jimmy?
No, beautiful job of creating content. I know you want to show off your content creation game.
No, I wanted to show you right there in the middle, man. That's what I wanted to do. Show you in the middle.
I know what you're doing, man. But here's what I will say, though. This is actually the 11th camp. We did 10 already, but I digress. Now, with that being said, though, it's a beautiful piece of content. And for those who don't know, camp is officially open. So you can go to bythehoodcamp.com. That's bythehoodcamp.com and register. So, registration is open. We're working on making this a hybrid thing. We would love for y'all to come in person, though. For those that are in the area, please come in person because we got a host this year, the Six-Man Center. PYB is allowing us to use their space, so this is going to be phenomenal, y'all. So make sure to register. Send it to your family. Send it to your friends. Bythehoodcamp.com. Matter of fact, let me put that in the chat, man. I want y'all to share this out with folks.
You ain't got to do that. I got it.
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Well, man, you talent, I'm support. Don't worry. I got you, brother.
I just want to make sure, man.
The next thing I'll do is I'll get your dry cleaning, your coffee, and your food, man. Get your piece of chicken.
Here you go, man. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink dirt water.
I get you some tea. I get you that special tea they got out there.
He called coffee dirt water. You be wilding, bro. I don't drink dirt water.
No, man, no.
That's gangster.
Listen, man, before we get into today's show, we got a lot to talk about, but I do want to say this, man. I want to shout out our sponsor, which is Supplement Water. You know what I'm saying? Looks like I'm maybe frozen there. But anyway, here's my supplement bottle here. Black bottles forever. Yeah, black bottles forever, snow bottles never. Yo, I froze because they trying to hate on me supporting the black-owned business, man. But go to getsupplement.com. Make sure you support our sponsors of Supplement. We appreciate them for their support of the Black Wealth Rebels in the By the Hood Camp. But, quality product here. You know what I'm saying? The supplement is what it is. Speaking of black-owned business, right? This isn't a sponsor, but I want to give them a shout out too because I want to support all black-owned businesses.
But wait a minute, I gotta say something real quick.
Go ahead.
My white bottle is better than your black bottle. I'm just saying. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, easy.
Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Black bottles forever, snow bottles.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was getting ready to say is I want to shout out this other black-owned business. But go ahead, Kamar. Let me take this call real fast. Go ahead. You got it.
Jim be busy. All right, so real quick, just going to keep getting along with the peoples. All right, K. Diggy said hit the like button 3 times. Yes. ADW the beat. Thank you for being here. Trying to remember the country we were staying in. Racism is king. Slavery was its foundation. The powers that be aren't trying to be positive things that would benefit blacks. I don't disagree. But what I do think we're missing things is we never think about class. We never think about class because classism is actually racism daddy. But nobody really talks about that. I don't want to get too deep. I don't want to get too woo-woo, but I'll just sit there right there.
Yeah, it's all about money. So classism is part of is the foundational root of racism because it's all about the money. It's all about the resource, whatever that resource is. Money is what we call it now, but they, over the years, it's been about
the oil, the
land
gold,
grab.
the diamonds.
It's been about
whatever.
It's been about whatever it is, whatever the resource is. But the racism comes from the classism because they trying to make people subservient because they trying to get at the resources.
And it's funny, and I mean, I knew this, but I heard this brother talking about the genius of Africans, right? And they said, matter of fact, it was John O'Brien. So shout outs to him. But he was like, they couldn't grow on the land at all, right? So they had to go get the geniuses who knew how to grow on any kind of climate, on any kind of land, on any kind of soil. And they was like, that resource they don't have. So they went and grabbed it and pimped this out. But yeah. All right, so this is Phoenix 91. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Good evening from Toledo, Ohio. Like and share. This is evergreen content. Yes, it is. We strive to do evergreen content. We have a little bit of fun. You know, Jimmy picks on me a little bit. He's a big bully, but it's okay. I got tough skin. What are you gonna say, Corey?
Nothing, man. You just be using rough words, bro.
Bully?
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh man, come on.
You know, I've been called a lot of things, man.
I didn't say you. I said Jimmy. Oh, hey, Jimmy, you're back. Miss
Man,
Valley, what's up? Thank you. She says, great job, Kamari. The 3 fire emojis.
These tenants, bro.
Oh, you mean that money, bro? That was money on the line.
No, what money, man? Is the tenant irritating me, man? Like, you know, I had a contractor come out to do something. She's supposed to meet him there, and she's not there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a mess, bro. Like,
oh, I've had that happen. I know all about that. And you got to try to coordinate schedules. And it's secretary.
You crying at me? I need this done. I need that done. All right, I'm gonna get somebody there ASAP. All right, what time will you be there so I can get somebody to do it? I'll be here this time. Oh, I got stuck at work. I'm sorry. I should have told you. Come on.
Hey, man, give her some grace. She didn't feel like giving you a phone call.
I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm about to sell them. Anyway, I'm sorry. Let me not bring my personal business to the show, man. I was trying to give a shout out to a black-owned company, man.
All right, get at it, brother.
All right, so listen, I copped this new cologne from a company. It's called Savoir Faire.
Ooh, somebody got some money. They smelling good.
It's absolutely
good. Got money in their pocket. What is that?
Yeah, he take it too far. I'm trying to shout out a company. He want to take it too far, man. So I got a sample because I never used them before. So I said, let me see what it's like. And they give me 3 different joints in here. One is called Soul Cafe.
Is that whiskey?
And the other one is called Ascension. All 3 of them are absolute fire. And the crazy part, it lasts all day long. You know what I'm saying? It's just phenomenal, man. So I found another black-owned company that I want to support, right? Because, you know, this is the second black-owned fragrance company I found, by the way. But this one is fire, yo. So
wait a minute, what's the first? I don't remember that one.
I gave him a shout out on the show too. What's the name of that brand? I still got the bottle downstairs too. I don't remember. I actually gave him a shout out on the show. But this is another one. But this is about Savoir Faire, so let's not step on their.
No, not at all. I was just going to ask. Give me the link.
And their website is savoirfaire.store. So go check them out.
I don't know how to spell Savoir Faire, sir.
All right, SAV.
I didn't go to Central.
I know you went to high school. All right, SAVOIRFAIRE, Savoir Faire, and phenomenal black-owned company. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I give them a shout out. This is not paid, by the way. I'm just shouting them out because it's a black-owned company. So. You know, much love to them. You know,
I like that crown though. I like that crown.
Yeah, that crown is fire, ain't it? You know what I'm saying? You know,
yes, it is.
That's culturally relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
We all about the culture, man. Yo, Kamari, man, you got to get on that Malcolm X book. That book is phenomenal. You start getting into it, bro.
A little bit, but not yet. But here, let's get back to some of these comments. Jarrell says this Elon and Trump shit is a distraction, but feel like a soap opera. That being said, hope y'all been eating off that volatility those boys spewing.
Crazy part is
definitely getting the market pumping.
So the crazy part is, from a trading standpoint, I haven't been able to benefit from any of it because I've been so like busy with other things going on, like that I haven't had a chance. And I know I'm missing out on all kinds of crazy gains. But to Jarrell's point, though. Here's what it's interesting. I don't know if I'm just jaded because as soon as they start letting the gloves off, I'm like, what are they really distracting us from? I'm like, somebody getting robbed right now is just going on because we all paying attention to them clapping at each other and there's something else going on. So either I watch
the robbery already happened.
I see people arguing. I think the joke's coming.
Yeah. It's like either I watch too many movies or I'm just completely jaded. I'm like, it's trucks at Fort Knox right now while they on Twitter going at each other and we ain't paying no mind.
2 things can be true at the same time. What up, Adrian? How you been?
Adrian!
I mean, but I think the robbery has already happened, though, to be honest.
Adrian just had a birthday, so happy born day, Adrian.
Happy born day, Adrian. Happy birthday. Happy revolution. Happy anniversary. All right. Anthony, what up, Anthony?
Yeah.
The Nate gang is in the building. What up, Miss Cookie? How are you? Happy Friday.
What's up, Miss Cookie? How are you? Appreciate you. Totally
All right,
true.
totally true. Social economic warfare.
These are the facts.
Here we go. Dr. Clark Anderson told us about them white bottles. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Hey, man, that's why you gotta say your prayers and eat your vitamins, man. All them white bottles. What up, Rock Noxious?
Rock, what's good? The Rock's in the building. What are you gonna answer?
All right, black companies forever, snow companies never. I like that. I like that.
T-shirt. We gotta bring that T-shirt.
Easy. Enough said. Dr. Chaz, what up? What up? What up?
Chaz, what's good? How are you, Chaz?
Brittany, good
Hey,
evening.
Brittany.
How do you say that? Girls? Guys?
You were typing too fast, dog.
Oh. No, I thought that was a new country slang I ain't know about. That's all.
No. You thought she was getting your pronouns correct?
Listen, anything happens. Anything happens.
He said the
Typing too fast.
pronoun.
All right, gotcha.
I ain't got no beef with the pronoun game.
No, not at all.
I don't want
Them, us, and them. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Yo, man. So here's the thing, right? You know, in terms of our main talking point this evening, we saw this video on Singapore, right? And how Singapore handles their situation with real estate. So when I was asking Kamari, I was like, you know, the thing is, a lot of times, you know, us and others, we talk about how to navigate within a system, right? How to create some sort of wealth or build something within a system. And we know, all of us know, hopefully everybody knows, that the system ain't built for us, for one, and for two, system really doesn't work. So I was asking him, like, we don't have a lot of conversations about alternative systems. Now, you know, I know Corey have said in the past that it doesn't matter what system you're in, because all the isms don't work, because it's all controlled by people. But I was just talking about, just from a thought standpoint, a process of just like thinking it through. What are other ways that people are doing things all across the world that benefit the people? What are some things that we can implement that benefit the people? You know, who's actually into trying to benefit the people and not just being greedy? So, you know, the Singapore thing was an example of something that's just done a little bit different. And I know what the criticism is going to be, but I thought it was interesting.
I don't see how there's any criticism, but okay.
I could tell you what the criticism is going to be.
But don't spoil it. Yeah, don't spoil it. Let's roll the clip. Let's roll the clip.
Singapore is such a densely populated and high-income island. It should have the most expensive.
I wanted to highlight Jimmy. This went nuclear.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
Oops. Hold on. Give me 1 second. We have a technical difficulty
on Earth. So how did it figure out?
What's that, Jimmy? I know you want to stand at me. Go ahead, get it off.
Okay, let's go.
If Singapore is such a densely populated and high-income island, it should have the most expensive housing on Earth. So how did it figure out how to have such affordable housing? Where a 2-bedroom apartment sells for just $150K, and that's before grants, which can be up to $60K for first-time homeowners. Well, we should start with the country's philosophy on housing. When you rent a home, you might not care about it as much because you might leave next year anyway. But when you own a home, you make it look nice and clean and get to know your community. So if everyone owns their home, you will naturally create a high-trust, clean, and safe society. And it is the government's obligation to achieve this goal for the people, as the government is the only landlord that will have the public's interest at heart rather than private profits. Obviously, this relies on having government officials who aren't corrupt, but Singapore has lucked out with having some of the best statesmen over the last 100 years, such as Lee Kuan Yew, who genuinely cared about his people. And the country ranks 3rd least corrupt on Earth. Because of this ideology, Singapore is one of the few countries where public housing isn't seen as the projects, it's seen as genuinely high quality. And the Singaporean government sells this public housing, which 80% of Singaporeans live in. So what moves did the Singaporean government take to somehow make their housing high quality and affordable? Well, a big problem in many countries is allowing wealthy foreign investors to buy up all the property and drive up prices for the locals. So in Singapore, you typically have to be Singaporean to buy a home from the government. And even if you are a Singaporean, if you try to buy up multiple properties from the government, you get taxed heavily for it, so you don't just buy up an entire area and rent it out with jacked up prices. Singapore also has zero tolerance for speculators because housing is for living in and not for speculating in and flipping for a profit. So if you try this, you also get heavily taxed. On the other hand, if you're a first-time home buyer, your intentions are probably pure because you just want somewhere to live so you don't get taxed. And you could even get a grant to buy your home so that low and middle income households aren't stuck paying rent every month and can start to build their wealth. And affordability aside, because the government owns 80% of housing, it can do city design efficiently, where the housing is optimally connected to the country's public transit network, and where every Singaporean can live in a complete community with easy access to schools, shops, and an abundance of greenery. One thing that may feel like a downside is that you can usually only keep your home for 99 years before the home gets returned to the government government to be sold to someone else. The idea is that you, as the buyer, worked hard and saved your money to buy this house, so these 99 years are enough to set you up for life as you deserve. But this doesn't set up all your kids and grandkids for life, giving them unearned privileges over other less fortunate kids and creating intergenerational wealth inequality. As the Singaporean Prime Minister stated in an interview, if all land in Singapore becomes freehold, the ones who will benefit will be today's landowners and their children. But new generations who don't have housing bequeathed to them will find it very, very hard to have access to affordable housing. The other thing that could be seen as a downside is that the government forces you to save at least 20% of your paycheck. We are allowed to use these savings to buy a house or pay for retirement. The government holds on to your savings until then, but it doesn't just splurge it. It actually manages it pretty well by basically creating a hedge fund for the people, similar to Norway's sovereign wealth fund. And this fund has grown so large that if theoretically divided amongst Singaporeans, it would make each Singaporean worth at least $300,000 just by itself. It's pretty interesting because Singapore is by no means a socialist country, but when it comes to housing, they're pretty socialist about it. As it's possible that housing is just a market where a more capitalist model doesn't provide as many of the benefits, but a lot of the downsides.
Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, Jimmy, what were you want to say?
Well, it's still controlled by people, right? So the government is in control, and I know because we've been jaded as a people. The way we look at the government is the corrupt, right? So you're giving them a lot of control and power over you by going to a system like that. I think that will be one of the downsides that people will bring up. By the way, real quick though, before you guys weigh in, everybody that is watching, give us your opinion on that system that we just talked about with Singapore. What do you think about it? Do you think it could work here, not work here? Is it trash? You guys saw it. Now try it and rate it 1 through 10. Cool. You see the whole video, Corey?
I saw the whole video.
What's your thoughts?
I like the concept. I like the fact that he outlined a few of the issues with that, which is if you pass it down through generations, it's kind of the same thing that we got here, because the next person can own it for 99 years also. So a family that is able to pass through generationally is still going to own the land forever. So that's the other side to it. It does kind of force you to have kids, though. You want to talk about population growth?
Oh, no, it doesn't go to your kids.
It can't go to your kids?
No, it doesn't go to your kids. That's the actual point. The point is it doesn't go to your kids. So your kids can't benefit from any property.
Oh, so well then
you're distributing the wealth.
Then I like it even more, because then it creates a system where each generation has a chance to build.
Yeah, it kind of they don't want a future generation to have any benefit from what their parents have done. It's like you gotta get out and get something.
You gotta get up, yeah, man. You gotta get on. Yeah, man. That's actually my second favorite song by them too.
What's your first favorite song?
International Players, boy.
Okay,
let's players. No, but what I liked. So number one, it's not really new. Lack of or non-foreign ownership is something that's done all around the world. Part of the issues is with the United States is we're still a new country. You see a lot of this in Europe. You see a lot of this in Asia. I do like how they did it, especially with public housing. But there are a lot of government public housing throughout the world, especially in Europe. Here's the thing. Ms. Maui, I saw your comment. You said this will never work in America. At the rate that corporations are buying up property, we might not have a choice, because
the government will have to take over.
Right. Because if the people don't have anywhere to live, they're going to riot. And that's going to cause problems. And one thing we can go back and look at history and look at France. I always say look at France. They will cut the king's head off in the quickness if they're not happy. And we saw what happened on January 6th. That wasn't even logical, but mobs never are logical, right? So when you have something like land and housing and, unfair treatment, the quick unbalance of justice can tip over real quick. So, I mean, again, I think it's cool. But
you see, my man that off the CEO of the healthcare company,
yep.
My man get treated like a rock star.
And I heard his letter came out. I didn't get a chance to read it yet, though. Did you see that, Corey?
Claiming that he didn't do it at all, though?
No, I heard it was outlining why he did it.
Oh,
Well, who
I
are
don't
y'all
really
talking
care.
about?
I'm just looking at the way they treat the boy.
What company is CEO are y'all talking about?
UNH, Luigi.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to check it out yet though.
My man get treated like an absolute rock star because he did something that so many people wanted to do.
He did it. He did the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, he definitely did the quiet part out loud. My man did that wet work.
So, what do you think about it, Jim?
I think it's interesting. I think to me, what it made me do is think about kind of our system and how, like, to Miss Maui's point, we're too far gone at this point, but we never look around and see what else could work for us. And then I start thinking about, like, so okay, we probably can't work on a grand scale, but how do we as our people, what kind of system can we come up with to kind of help each other sustain and do better? Because we're basically going towards a nation of renters, even outside of our community. So
I think the Section 8 doesn't go far enough. I think the government should subsidize with our tax money part of everybody's rent, even if it's privatized. If you're paying taxes, if you're a tax-paying citizen, I think the government should subsidize everybody's house. I don't think Section 8 goes far enough. I don't think it should be like 90% like Section 8 does, but I think the government should subsidize part of everybody's housing if you're a tax-paying citizen.
Why?
Because it's one of I know why the government won't do it, but I know why they should. Why they should do it is because housing is a necessity. It's not a want or even a need. It's a necessity. So with housing being a necessity and the government supposedly about the will of the people, I think the government should subsidize everybody's housing if you're a tax-paying citizen of this country.
Yeah, but what do you create when you do that, right? So how do we make sure that we stay productive if everybody's being subsidized for things?
Because
right?
you have to be a tax-paying citizen.
Oh, that sounds like a pound cake comment.
No, it's not a pound cake comment. I was just asking how much. I was just trying to think it through, right? Because I have people that I've seen on Section 8 where they've been on Section 8 their entire lives, and what happens is they decide
because it's 90% subsidized, and I'm not like this is not. What I'm talking about isn't a 90% subsidy.
No, let me finish. What I'm saying is they decide not to become productive because any sort of semblance of productivity takes away a portion of what they get. And then what I'm saying is that itself becomes intergenerational, where I've had a situation where a person passed away who was on a voucher, and their kid was in the property. Their kid was like, I'm going to get my own voucher, got their own voucher. So they literally passed down a voucher, right? So that itself becomes intergenerational. So I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to be,
but it doesn't always go that way.
No, I'm not saying that it does, but what I'm saying is there's a certain level of and I understand why, right? Sometimes it becomes a math equation. All right, so if I go get this job and make this, they're going to cut off that, right? So here's the technology in it. Let's say I have a voucher, and based on my voucher, I'm paying, say, $100 a month, and my rent is $1,500, right? So they're subsidizing $1,400, and it's like, if I go get this job now, I got to pay $700. They're only paying $700. If I get a raise at that job, you know what I'm saying, I'm paying $1,000, and they're paying the other $400, right? It's like, well, what's the point of working that hard and moving up? I can just, try to figure out.
You're not making any more money because now the money is going into your housing.
Exactly. So it's like, what's the point? And I've seen people say that they start doing the math. Like, I got to figure out the perfect number to get to where I'm not using a lot of.
Go past this point in this number, because if I do, then my housing costs go up exponentially. What I'm saying is a revamp of that system. But every American gets it. Let's just say 50% up to whatever number, up to $2,000 a month. So everybody has, an opportunity to get $1,000 a month in subsidized money from the government.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. Right? Go ahead, Kamari.
So there's something that Jimmy talked about earlier that, kind of prompted this, because Jimmy and I had a conversation about this. A lot of times we don't look outside to see what else everybody else is doing, so we can then say, you know what, this is something we need to implement here. A lot of times we just hear a lot of bitching, a lot of uninformed bitching, in my opinion. I hear a lot of people saying stuff and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I have no perspective whatsoever. And they just complain to complain. And they don't want to do any research. So we was like, all right, well, what would Singapore look like? Can we bring that to the table? Is that something that could possibly be done? I think there are some aspects of Singapore and European housing that could work. Not totally, but again, a lot of times these are older societies and they think about things a lot different. And
I don't know the answer to this. How long has Singapore existed as a country, right? Because I heard you say a couple of times that we're still young.
Singapore is offshore to China, so China goes back to, thousands of years,
hundreds of thousands of years.
Yeah, so I mean, I say this all the time. A lot of times nations, especially in the West, are just an offshoot of white supremacy, not to be lost. Some of that does happen in the East too. However, this whole notion was all stolen land. It wasn't worked for. It wasn't anything. In the East, it's totally different. So
when the East is in a house, oh my God, danger. All right,
danger.
so what I was saying is the difference between what they do versus just giving a subsidy is they make people homeowners. Because one of the things, not this video, is another video I saw someone do about this. And he was saying, he broke down further why they want to make people homeowners, because they feel like it helps with other public issues.
But we already know how that go, Jim. Because when we were first doing our Bodyhood mini camps, and we were talking about public housing, and we were talking about the life cycle of neighborhoods, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the number one thing that kept the life cycle of the neighborhood at a certain place was home ownership, right? The more transient your neighborhood is, the quicker it goes through those cycles.
Yes.
So the homeowners, and that's just saying the same thing that Singapore is saying. Like, they understand what's going on. Like, those neighborhoods are the high-priced neighborhoods for the last 50 years, and passed it through to their, and everybody got to keep the housing that they were living in.
But there's a big but there, y'all. And I know y'all know this.
Oh, big but where?
There's a big but there.
Where?
So these neighborhoods that you're speaking about that have, transient populations, a lot of times were some of the most underfunded and strategically targeted.
We know about.
I know, but that's why I said we know. You and Jim know. But again, we're also speaking to the audience. So a lot of these places, these housing projects in the United States have been targeted and underfunded and ravaged by government through and through. But a lot of times we are so dissuaded or unenamored by government, we just don't want to be bothered with it.
Transience does two things. It keeps people from voting, right? So that neighborhood has no say in what's really going on in whatever city or county that they live in. Like transient neighborhoods like that, they really have no say in what goes on.
Because they never get invested.
People don't stay long enough to vote for their interests in any kind of real way, right? Renters don't vote at the same level that homeowners do.
Listen,
right?
One of the things I'm dealing with now, working in development now, is really getting the full education on how the idea of home ownership affects what you can even develop, right? I got a couple projects I'm working on in certain areas that have a predominantly homeowner base. They're organized in a different way, right? So there's certain neighborhoods that I've done projects in, rehab projects, whatever, where I could do whatever I want to do, to be honest with you. No one cares. But there's other neighborhoods that I'm kind of working now, more affluent neighborhoods, where they see me pull a permit and I get called to the carpet.
They want it.
What are you building? What are you doing? And do we want it? And if we don't want it, you won't be able to build it, right?
Who the fuck is you?
Yeah, no, real talk. Real talk. So I'm getting a full education on the politics behind real estate right now in real time. And it's interesting because one of the things that is correlated to that is the idea of home ownership. So we can say that the city needs public housing. The city needs more housing. right? And I know a lot of politicians are on the stoop and they're out there saying this, and they want to allocate this amount of money, but you ain't gonna be able to put certain property in certain neighborhoods. It don't matter how much you say that the community itself needs it. Certain neighborhoods,
you're not putting no low cost. You're not putting no low cost, low rent housing in
that away.
Yeah, in certain, they not allowing it because what it does is it affects their home ownership value. So they're not having it. They don't want transient people in a neighborhood with high ownership. So they don't want a bunch of apartment buildings built somewhere. You know what I mean?
From a statistical standpoint, what homeowners also do more than other folks?
Vote.
Yep.
They vote. That's what I was just saying. I literally just said that about 5 minutes ago.
You did.
And they also be willing to grab arms, man. They're gonna hit you with either the ballot or the bullet.
Yeah, you gonna get listen, man.
You're gonna get hit with something. You're gonna hit with the ballot or the bullet. Like
you gonna get hit with something crazy.
I started to say that was the one thing that I found interesting about their system is that they recognize we want to put more authority and more power in the people's hands by we want to make you owners. We'll give you $60K in grant money just to buy the house.
But I do think there's some interesting comments though in the chat, so I want to get back to
the chat. Let's get to the chat
because Don, I know I saw Don say some things that I think make a lot of sense. But here we go. AW the Beat. It has its good and questionable points. The ability of working class being able to actually own a home instead of rent is huge, right? That's speaking to Corey and Jimmy's point, right? Don Johnson, it works on a small scale Singapore. That's real. That's very real. Because when you have way more people dealing with an issue, it becomes way more unmanageable.
Yeah.
All right, Singapore's population is 6 million versus Pennsylvania, it's 12 million, right? So we, PA, right, can fit like 2 of those in our town just by population alone. So yeah, that's real. That's real. All right, Miss Bowie says, where'd it go? Why did it freeze up on me?
Comments done jumped on Kamar.
I missed something. All right, Ms. Bowie says, if the government is getting rid of Section 8, do we really believe that our government would implement this type of subsidized housing? So I'm gonna say this: everything goes in cycles. From the Bible, like everything was like a 40-year cycle. Things always go in cycle. Everything's cyclical. So I don't think the government's going to get rid of Section 8 housing altogether. Sure, the crazy man who is in office right now is going to do some crazy things, and we're already seeing. But that's going to stir the people. They're going to get active. Things are going to change. It happens all the time. And I believe that's what's going to happen.
They've been talking about getting rid of Section 8 in one form or fashion my entire life.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm not saying it won't happen because, what I realized recently is that, things that
anything's possible.
Happen, yeah. In the words of Kevin Garnett, anything's possible. But
anything's possible. But I will say this, and I just said this earlier, right? If that were to happen, you talk about upheaval.
Oh no, it's going to be.
It would be crazy.
People have to go somewhere.
And then we're going to begin a new cycle. And then it might move to something more like Europe or more like Asia, where there is subsidized housing, because all the powers that be will recognize that they are public enemy number one, literally and figuratively. All right. Rob says, can't see it working here, but the government's going to have to do something before it gets right ahead. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
But then what government? The city, the state?
All the above.
Which government?
All the above, in my opinion. All right, Anthony says,
the 99-year lease, and your home goes back to the government. How can you pass your home to your heirs? You can't.
That's the point.
They got to go get their chicken. Ain't no inheriting.
All right, what can we do as a collective to secure opportunities for us to buy instead of rent? We got to buy the hood.
That's a great question. And that's something that I ponder every day. I have a lot of ideas, but at the end of the day, the day's gonna end. So ideas are only great if there's action behind them. So one of the things I think is build together, right? Which is why, like on June 14th here in Philadelphia, in ADW, I see your Philadelphia logo, so I'm assuming you're in Philadelphia. Pull up June 14th, Coffee, Creams, and Dreams. We're going to have an event talking about some of the things we can do. build collectively, build together, create something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gotta do something together. We definitely have to think as a collective. I think that is, to your point, that is the biggest part of what you said in that comment is the word collective.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We have to begin to think as a collective. It doesn't mean that we're not individuals though, but individuals will realize that a lot of times in order to be the greatest individual you can be, you got to help create the greatest group that we can be in order to support that individuality.
Yep.
So, but again, we're going to be at Coffee Creams and Dreams, 1436 Fairmount Avenue on June 14th, as Jimmy just said. So pull up. We are having a cash ride where we encourage everybody to spend a minimum of $20 at the establishment to help bring more exposure to the establishment and a little bit more cash flow.
Yes.
Alrighty, so what else we got here? Don Johnson says, I had a young lady turn down a $600K military payout because she wanted state benefits. What? Welfare state has done a number on people.
So let me tell you about those cash payouts, bro. I got one of them joints, and by the time your lawyer and all your benefits and all the payouts come out from that joint, the math sometimes be mathing, bro. 600K sound like a lot until you look at it over the length of whatever time you getting that 600K.
So the math ain't mathing then.
I'm saying the math is mathing not to take the 600K. Sometimes.
I mean, I guess it depends upon your perspective. Like, because a lot of folks say, "Yo, give me my 600K, even if you take a third of it, give me my money, and let me go. I can go from there."
So
and build.
if they take a third of your 600K and you got 400, right? Now you want 400K off of 6.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? My thing is, without education, that 400K is gone. That 400K is not going to last you as long as that voucher will last you.
I mean, that all depends. That sounds cool.
About. I'm just saying it sounds crazy, but you thinking about it.
Well, I mean, that's because you have a fear of actually getting out there and going to do something. I
don't have a fear of nothing. You know what I do.
I'm not talking about whoever this person may be.
All right, hold on. Don added more context, so I'm gonna jump over some of y'all just for this, y'all. Tax-free, one-time payout.
Even if it wasn't, I still for me, I'm going to take it and I'm going, I'm going to slap it up down. No, I get that. And I do understand that other people don't have education, which is why education is paramount. But also other people, there's also a huge, I shouldn't say huge because I don't want to generalize. There's also a lot of folks who don't want to do anything. They don't want to do anything. There is no incentive for them to get up and get out and do anything.
But I'll be honest, I think that's a minority of the people. I think everybody. I think a large group of people want to do something. Now, I may not know what to do, but I do believe that. I
know it exists because I have some of them folks in my family.
I mean, I do too. I think we all do.
Like Monique said in the movie, go down to the welfare. You better go down to the welfare when she's talking to Precious. You know what I'm
saying? Listen, I'll say this. I'm gonna say this and be totally honest with y'all. I was on welfare at a point when I was an adult. I had to have surgery. I was a single father. I didn't have any other options. My mother said, go down to the welfare. Mm-hmm. And guess what? When I was at the welfare, my ego, my pride, my self-respect was listening to people talking about, oh, I got mad high last night. It was a crazy party. I was like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I don't even want to be around this spirit. So, but I do believe everybody wants to do better. But most people don't.
Well, I think that's where you're wrong.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I believe. What do you believe?
I'm glad you believe that, dog, because we need people like you. We need people like you.
I think most people are scared because most people aren't prepared.
You also need people like me to point my fucking finger. I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead,
Come on, Scarface. If you're going to get it, do it right.
Yeah, so what I believe is that most people are unprepared for that kind of windfall, right? They don't know what to do. They've been poor their whole life, right? They never had they biggest check is $600 a week check, and you talking about $600K right now. I personally run me my cake, and then I figured out the rest. But
All right, so hold on. Let's not speculate. Don, do you want to come on and tell us the rest of the story about what happened? I'll send you the link right now. You can come on up, and we can bust it up and talk about it.
listen, I know people that have been on welfare for 45 years. I'm not saying that welfare isn't choice. Looking at Don's comment where Don said, staying on welfare for decades is a choice. It's an absolute choice. But what I'm saying to you is, most people, and I'm gonna say most, are definitely afraid of succeeding because they never had.
I was just speaking because I've had people in my family tell me like, I'm going to live on the government's tit my entire life and I'm cool with it. And I'm like,
Shit,
man, when I was 23 and I was getting those refund checks from going to college, I was like, I'm never becoming anything but a student. I was going to be a lifetime student because they was running me checks every semester for like 30 racks.
So, but hear me out though. All I'm saying is I know like literally family members who've told me they have no one they don't care about achieving. They just want to get a couple dollars. They want to get a crab boil once in a while and have the government pay for their housing.
Listen, man.
Right? Well, here's the thing:
I don't agree with those choices. I don't want to live next to them.
But let me ask you a question, Jim and Corey. Y'all don't know anybody that doesn't not want to be like that?
Oh,
that
absolutely.
Is like that right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Is it?
I know
Jim?
people that want off of the joint.
Jim?
No, I do. But all I was saying is.
So, do you know more that want to be off or more that want to stay on?
So that's a good question because I really can't answer that because I know more people that are off, right? But those that have been on, them wanting to get off, let's just put it this way. It's an evil cycle and it's an evil system too because the system is designed for you not to get off, by the way. You're not allowed to have an X amount. I've had family members call me like, yo, I need you to hold some money for me. Why? Because I came across this lawsuit, but I can't put it in the bank because I'm going to lose my housing. All right, call somebody else. I'm not getting involved with you because I ain't a part of your fraud, right? So the folks that I know that are in the system, they're caught in this crazy cycle where it's almost like they want to keep you on the government's tit. They don't want you to get off the government's tit. And for those folks that I know that are on the government's tit, they don't want to get off. Now, I also know folks that aren't on the government's tit who never want to be. So I think that's a different scenario. You're talking about people that are on that want to get off.
I know, but you've been really adamant about, I guess maybe that's just in the mood you're in today.
No, it's not the mood. It's not the mood I'm in. But this specific conversation hits it home to me because.
But you talked about the bad, and we all recognize there's the bad. But you just said good, and you have
good in terms of people not on
energy though.
I don't know anybody on that wants to get off. No, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
Nope. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is there's context to that too, because when I talk to them, the things that will require them to get off, it's like it's a trap. It's really a trap. It's designed for them not to get off. But what happens is they get so comfortable, they don't want to. Now I know people that will do anything not to get on, right? Not to get onto the system that way. But the folks that I know, and I'm speaking from my experience, I'm not saying that everyone is like this, but that's why I was passionate about this conversation. Because I have people that are friends and family that are in those situations, and I talk to them all the time. And they're like, look, why do this? I'm cool.
Okay. All right. K. Diggy says Singapore is tiny and just a little larger than Atlanta. All right. And we know Atlanta's a little bit smaller than Philly. So
you act like Atlanta ain't in America. They don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
That was a minute.
All right. Singapore has been a country for 59 years. All right. Thank you, Lorraine.
I got aunts older than Singapore.
I think Ghana is about in that same range as well. All right, Miss Edie says the name of the documentary is The Body Politica. I believe they're interested in a documentary being shown in schools in other settings. Would you be interested? I need what kind? Yeah, Miss Edie. Hey, wait a minute. First of all, welcome. I don't want to be rude.
Welcome, Miss Edie.
But I don't know what context you're coming from, love.
Yeah, will we
so
be
did I miss?
Will we be interested in what? Like,
did I miss a comment or I'm going back to look? But all right, come back to us, Miss Edie. Catch us up. What up, Jigga? Happy Friday. All right, the event is hosted by council member. All right, send me an inbox on that one. We'll talk about it. I think you're probably talking about the event that you wanted us to come to New York for the other day during the other show. All right, TC, what up, TC? That was the Chappelle concern. Brittany says, I don't think it will work in the States. It has its pros and cons. All right, Brittany, what are the pros and cons? Break it down to us. Break it on down. All right, TC says, build low income, and I'll pack up and leave. All right, Queen Camp is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Land and build. Land and build. Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, ADW The Beat says, I actually live in Georgia. Huge Eagle fan now. Huge Eagle fan. All right. And Don said this already tax-free, one payout. Now, Don, what happened? What was the outcome of that? All right. All right. LaJoy says June 14th is also 150th Founders Day of Barrett, Texas, a black town outside of Houston known as Barrett Station, founded by the Barrett family that still live there. It is an affluent town. That's dope. I would love to.
Speaking of that, man, come on. I don't know if you read, the brother Kevin Matthews read his book, but he did his thing. I know Don said he read the book. It's dope. I'm about halfway done that book already, and the historical context that he adds is something that I have never seen anyone cover Tulsa that way. So
I mean, because it's from there, that's probably why.
Yeah, most people cover Tulsa where they talk about, what happened in the elevator with the young man and the woman or whatever, and then how everything exploded from there. But he gives like a lot of context in terms of what was going on in the city that led up to that, right? Because it's almost told most people like there was this huge explosion and then things just happened and blah, blah. But he talks about like how the media played a part in all that and some of the things they were doing. But it's phenomenal. So the brother did his thing.
Well, they actually also talked about that in Black Fortunes as well. But I've been meaning to get Kevin. No, hold on. I've been meaning to get the book. Jimmy, please send me the link, and I will order it today because there's no excuse. I should have been brought it.
I got you. That's
the homie. So, and he's a great stand-up man. So definitely want to support him.
Yeah, absolutely. But he did his thing. That joint is phenomenal.
All right, Simone, what up? What up? What up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday to you, lady. Don Johnson says, nah, cap. Staying on welfare for decades is a choice. It's a little bit more. It's deeper than that. But
we were just talking about the choices that you're supposed to make.
I know. All right, ADW The Beat says, I have ideas where collective collaboration will be beneficial, but it will take buy-in from Black-owned businesses, HBCUs, renters, and students 18 plus.
I would love to hear your ideas, but I think no matter what solution we come up with, is going to take buy-in, right?
I will say this though, and this is no diss. I think a lot of times we're looking, and I've been guilty of this. I want to put that out there. A lot of times we've been looking for the whole community to get on board and everybody do it. Jesus only had 12. All we need is 12. We need small groups who are about getting busy and getting to that work and go from there.
I'm not saying Jones video was one mic.
All right. What's up, Dr. Sev? How are you? Miss Edie saying, hey, you were already here. TC says, I know people that are on a voucher, renting from family members. It's a family business. I ain't mad at that either. Okay, no, I'm at an event. Okay, all right. They asked if we wanted the movie.
I do. How much is it?
Okay. I'll inbox you. Okay, yes. All right, not a problem. Listen, the email is, everybody knows the email. Y'all don't know the email? The email is blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Listen, the Bitcoin giveaway is coming up. We're going to need that for the Bitcoin giveaway.
Yes,
I think last week or week before last, whatever, we forgot to do it. Did we do it last week?
Last week I wasn't here. I don't think y'all did a show last Friday because I was.
Right, because I got caught up with the Tracy tribute. But listen, Miss Edie, send an email, blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Again, blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. Also, If y'all have any suggestions about the show, send us an email as well. blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. All right. Already. All right. So
Got a mansion in Dubai.
ADW the Beat says, yes, Singapore is small. The problem is Americans don't even want to try it on a small scale as a trial run. I would also add to that, I agree with you, but I don't know if enough people know about it. And so that's a problem, right? This thing called American arrogance is a real thing amongst white and black and Latino people. And so a lot of times we don't think we need to think about anything else but what's going on in America.
I think I agree with ADW. People don't want to try anything.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Don't disagree.
You know, you start talking about solutions, people tell you everything that they're gonna give you every reason why it's not gonna work before they even try anything.
Yep. That's the first thing why it won't work. Those people are necessary because they might show you some flaws in what you do, but you got to stay from around them as your number one source for information, because they have you not doing a damn thing. Nothing works if you ask them.
Got a mansion in Dubai.
I feel you. I've been accused of that, but everybody has a role.
I can see you being accused of that because you're a hater, so I get it.
You can't be serious at all. You take nothing serious. You
I'm just saying,
all the black people on the internet. Everything's a goddamn joke to you, Jimmy.
Listen. I know that you're a hater. You know, I know when Kendrick said I'm the biggest hater. You felt that on the spiritual level.
I did.
See, I know.
I don't like the way that you walk, the way that you talk.
I know you felt that,
but
but
the way you say.
I ain't gonna lie. That was my favorite. Those were my favorite lines of the whole beat.
I know Kamari like that. He's like, yes, haters finally getting their due.
I felt that. I felt that on the spiritual level, and I'm not even a hater.
Because a lot of times it's not.
I like how direct. I like how direct it was.
But a lot of times it's not really hate. Kendrick's not a hater. Kendrick just telling the truth. He's not a hater. Drake does want to bring
How you gonna argue with him when he told you he's a hater? He's the biggest hater.
But he's not really a hater. He's a true teller. That's all.
I ain't going front, man. The directness.
You're arguing with the guy who he literally said, "I'm a hater." You're saying no.
The Romans thought Jesus was a hater too. That was just poetry in motion. That's all that was.
You want me to make that argument?
That's all that was.
I mean, I can. You want me to give you the Roman perspective? I'm not going. Let me stop.
I mean, listen. If you want to get the colonizer perspective, then go right ahead.
Whoa! I said a Roman perspective in terms of
the Romans were colonizers. Shit, the Romans were some of the original colonizers.
I'm saying,
what are we talking about? I'm talking about
why Jesus could have been considered a hater.
Yeah, and that's the Roman perspective, and the Romans were colonizers. So go ahead, rock out.
So the fact
rock that funky joint.
Being a hater, though, what does that have to do with Jesus being a hater? I'm not talking about being a Roman.
You said, listen, I'm just using the word you said.
Do you want me to give you the Roman perspective, the perspective that Jesus was?
Why do I want the colonizer perspective? That's what I asked. Listen,
man.
This show was brought to you by Supplement, a great fine bottle. The thoughts that are those dummies are those dummies. We don't support.
When will Jesus bring the pork chops? That's what I want to know. When will Jesus bring the pork chops?
Yo, really, that is a crazy name for a book.
Supporting swine now.
It's an interesting book here. When will Jesus bring the pork chops?
What did you get from that book, Jimmy?
Huh? That dependent perspective is important because you can make the argument that Jesus was a hater, right?
So that's what you got. That's what you got. Jesus was a hater, and the pork chops was good.
No, I'm just telling you. And by the way, this is a classic book written by the legendary man himself, Mr. George Carlin.
George Carlin is a G.
That is my favorite.
George Carlin is a G.
Yeah, I'm saying so. But the book is titled "When Will Jesus Bring the Pork Chops?" All I'm saying is, and I don't want our Christian brothers and sisters to get mad at me. I'm just telling you that perspective is important. Perspective is important. It's funny. I was talking to someone today, right?
Hold on 1 second, Jim. Anthony says, I found out recently that you can use a housing voucher, and through NACA, you can use your voucher to purchase a home, plus it covers your home mortgage payments. Yes, the NACA program is very, very powerful. A lot of people complain about it, but it's very powerful.
Yeah, I got beef with NACA, so I'm gonna refrain from talking right now. So,
damn. Damn,
But
Jimmy.
now, put it like this: NACA on paper looks amazing. When you get into NACA, you know, it's like a what's the movie with Keanu Reeves and main man is like when he's a devil, but he thinks he's a high powered attorney.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I know what you said.
I love that movie too.
Damn.
Yeah.
What is the
What's
name
it
of
called? Devil's Advocate is what it's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those joints, but you think it's one thing, but yeah. Anyway, but no shade though. It definitely helped a lot of people build wealth. So, but the thing is, you have to understand the rules going into it, and most people. So let me not shade them completely, because
But interesting you say that, right? That's really the whole premise of this show, because that's where it started. So look, again, we were saying a lot of people complain. They never do the research. They never look outside. They never want to look for full perspective. Same thing with NACA. People don't understand the rules, and they get jammed up.
Don is still waiting for you to send him a link so he can come on and tell you the story. By the way,
Did he say he wanted to come on?
he did say that. He said that about a half hour ago.
I ain't see that. All right, hold on. I'll put it right in the chat. Put it right in the chat.
Hold up, how you gonna everybody come on?
Yeah.
I can guard who comes on. I'm looking for Diamond. Come on, man. Come on, man. Slow down. Slow down with the slander. Black Jesus is working over here.
First of all, man, all your Jesus talk, you talking about some zombie on our show, bro.
Black Jesus was a zombie?
All of them are.
Nah. Black Jesus was a god.
Yo, I thought I was just flirting with the slander. Corey was like, "No, take the gloves off."
You know I don't flirt with slander, though.
Either he does it or he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't flirt with slander. It's either slanderous or it's not. I don't
All
have.
right, hold on. Here we go. Don Johnson's in the building.
Don!
What up?
What up, Don?
Good.
And Don's in the car, so I know he's going to be extra hype. You're not still wrestling rhinos, are you?
Nah, not right now.
What's up, man? It's good to have you back.
Yeah, you outside looking for walkers?
No. About to head to the gig, though.
Y'all people's answer? He said,
Hold
not
on.
right
You
now.
said you about to head to the gig? I thought you retired.
Yeah, I mean, I retired from the military. I still got to get to this money, though.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So tell us what happened with the lady. She turned down the 600,000.
Quickly. So on one, it's a service member initially, right? So the dude, he literally a kid, maybe 18 years old. He's out training, doing his thing. Boom, kid literally drops dead, has a heart attack, right? Literally dead for like 2 minutes. They bring him back to life. Boom, his heart's no good. They put like a temporary pump into his heart or whatever, like a pacemaker, and that was good for temporary, right? So they put him on a list to get a new heart. But when they told him, once he got the pacemaker, and they told him like, pacemaker, new heart, you won't have a long life regardless. But just how bad his heart and all the vessels and stuff were. So he's like, okay, cool. He literally calls a homegirl, no relationship whatsoever, not a boyfriend, not a girlfriend, whatever. Just a homegirl from school, and was like, yo, I'm about to die. Can I have a kid with you? And she like, okay, yeah. As a kid, right? They have a kid. The plan of attack was that have the kid, get married, so the kid can have maximum benefits when the guy, if he ever does pass while he was on active duty or anything else. Once the kid got here, she realized how much money he made from just being an active duty service member. And she's like, she doesn't want to get married now because she wouldn't be able to get state benefits initially. Right? So, okay, fine. He goes on a few months afterwards, living life normal. Like he was on the donor list and everything else. And we had a conversation. In the conversation, the military doesn't get involved with like paternity too seriously, but they do get involved with benefits that you're going to give your spouse and or another family member. So they don't want you giving out benefits to just the cashier at Wawa. Yeah. Right. So that was part of it. To get max benefits, she had to marry him. So I have this young lady in my office letting her know that best for the kid is for them to be married. Regardless of how they live their married life, it doesn't matter. But max benefits as far as payout, as far as being a Gold Star family, free schooling, every veteran benefit that you could ever name would be available to that child, basically. if they're married, but not if it's baby mama, basically. She still said no. And in my office, exactly, she said state benefits is playing the long game. That's not enough money for me. And I'm sitting here as a money nerd. I'm sitting here inside crying. Like, what are you talking about? Right? And the kind of the fear was she would have never got it if they would have got married. And because of if they would have got married and he lived, let's say they would have got married and he lived for 10, 15 years. She still wouldn't have never got it because how much money he would have been making, how much money he would have always been making. They would have never been able to afford, been eligible for state benefits. He would have just always been priced out of it. That's why they married. Therefore, they didn't get married. Therefore, his life insurance couldn't go to her, and his life insurance to his mom. Mom did what moms do. She was like, I don't even think that's my son, baby. And
so the guy did die.
He passed, and that money hit her account before that young man was even in the ground, and she went on and lived a good life.
Man,
The young lady didn't want it.
I think the craziest part about that story is hitting up a chick like, yo, I'm about to die. Let's have this baby.
Yeah,
I've heard of that before.
She was completely fine with it. Like they were like, she lived across the street from me. Like they grew up across the street from each other, but no relationship whatsoever.
I'm thinking about how that line could be used for evil, right? You know, I'm an old white man. If I was a young boy, I might be like, yo, that line could be used for evil.
Yes, so
yo, I got
Don is looking for $40 hollers.
Yo, y'all ain't peeped though. Y'all ain't peeped when you said that when he came on. Like Don didn't say no. Don said not right now.
I didn't peep that.
His response was not right now.
not at this moment. Not at this moment.
Got to get priorities. Got to get the money first. Got to get the cash first.
Prioritize it. You got to get the $40 before you can holler. I understand. I got to get the $40 before I can holler.
No, but first off, the part of that story, that line could be used for evil for one, and for two, that's crazy. That's just a wild story, right?
He said, "My heart about to give out. I'm about to die. I need to smash and give you a baby." Yo, that
so
is
you can
vicious,
get the benefits. Bro. Yeah,
that is.
And he was 100% willing to give her every single benefit that known to man. They just had to tie the knot.
And this is a black family or a white family, Don?
Black family.
Gotcha.
Damn.
But I mean, it just goes to say, you know, it really matters who you marry or who you are procreating with. It makes all the difference in the world.
These are facts, man. Don, thanks for coming on and sharing that story, bro.
Anytime, man. Anytime.
And we need to have you back on, Don. Come on. Show us some love.
Hey, I'm always here.
Because I don't want us to go viral because Don smacked out while on a camera with us. Like, that's
right. Exactly. Eyes on the road, brother.
Always, well.
All right, Don, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Be safe, bro.
All right, y'all be safe, too.
All right, later.
Yo, one thing I want to tell you real fast, Core, is when I was in Aruba, right? So I had a driver, and I'm like, yo, you know.
Did he just turn on us?
No, it's not stunting. It's not stunting.
Aruba and driver.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, let me finish. I can't even finish my thought before you start hating on me, man. You're the biggest hater. Anyway, so I was telling him, I was like, every island or place I go to got a hood, right? There's always, you know, less for
absolutely.
So I was like, yo, show me where that is. I want to look at the real estate and stuff like that. So he took me to the hood in Aruba, right? And I was thinking about Corey Pauls because as soon as we crossed over, I think it's called I forgot the name of the joint. It's one of the names that's on the Grand Theft Auto games. What's the name of the Grand Theft Auto? Grand Theft Auto, whatever it's called, it's the same name. It's the same name there. The same name they got in their city there. Anyway, first thing, I don't know if you can see this. I was dying. I took this picture of the graffiti in the hood. They called this part V block.
V block. V block.
This is what they call it. They call the hood V block. I was like, first off, that shows you how influential we are. V block.
Yes, it does.
Right. Other part that made me think about Corey though is we riding around the hood. Every corner is a church. The rest of the island, right? The rest of the island, I don't see no churches.
No churches.
As soon as we get to the hood, it's like let's say Los Cas something. Anyway, as soon as we get to the hood, church.
Church on every corner.
Liquor store, church, daycare center. It's a lot of daycare centers in the hood too. We want y'all to drink, procreate, and go to church. That's all we want y'all to do. That's it. Drink, make babies, and go to church.
I made my statement, man, and I mean that, man. I said, and this goes for churches in synagogues and everything else. I don't know, man. I don't even like all of those places are a net negative to most hoods. Most are a net negative because the church disproportionately gets rich while the neighborhoods around them decay. And that's just my feeling. But what those churches don't know is that when those parishioners go out of business, so do they.
I feel a book coming on, Corey.
The book is already been written.
It's already in the book. I'm gonna show you what
I'm talking about a totally separate book just for that.
Listen, half of the joint, Corey's part is about a church, man.
Okay. All right. So
I have very strong feelings about the church.
I think everybody knows that now, Corey.
I'm just saying, man. I just don't think. Man, I guess.
What up, Bar?
Wow, we're still good.
Welcome. All right, Dr. Sev says, I hope she saves something for the child's education. That's a fact. But I don't know if she's into long-term thinking at all. I don't know if she's into thinking at all. So we don't know. We can only pray. Don't beat me up, Corey. Bar says he rich. Island buyer Jimmy. Bar no.
I want you to see if you can see this part right. This is part of the book that me and Corey wrote together.
Read it out loud, please.
I want you to see this part right here. Just all right. I'm gonna read it.
Read it out loud for when we put these on audio.
These are the words of Corey Kent. Corey Kent says in the book, religion might be the biggest waste of time in the history of Black America. The biggest. As a matter of fact, you were Black before you were any religion that was given to you or chosen by you. Before you had consciousness, you had your genetic makeup. But you will deny your heritage and claim religion. That's ass backwards. And it's a major reason we can't build. So those are the words of already written, by the way. This book,
I will never walk those words back. Never. I will never walk those words back. I meant every word of that shit.
Yeah. And by the way, when he wrote The Biggest, if you see Kamari, he
put that shit giant ass word.
The biggest. Yeah, so I'm just letting you know
the biggest waste of time in the history of man.
All right, so Anthony says, well, I had a homegirl who had a veteran sugar daddy who somehow gave her all of his benefits because his birth kids weren't close to him. Needless to say, got his disability check when he passed.
But here's the question, though. When he was alive, was your homegirl taking good care of him, right? Did she earn that? That's what I want to know.
Good question.
Those are the things we need the answers to.
Questions that need answers.
Jabbar says, we in church now with you guys, fellas. Yep. Yes, we are. Make sure to pull up for Money Church on Sunday at 10 a.m., y'all.
I have issues with the words Money Church, but I don't have issues with my brother, so I'll never not say we in church.
Yeah, Chocolate Beach. I went to Chocolate Beach.
See, I don't know nothing about that. Where's Chocolate Beach at in Aruba?
Hey, man,
I've been to Aruba. It's no shit. It's a real question.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, you got to have connections to get to certain spots there. You know what I'm saying? No shade.
Okay, so it's done 101. All right. So Nicole says Chocolate Beach in Aruba. That's where in the oil refinery. It smells like Vaseline. Thinking about Ice Cube now.
You like that? All the oil refineries.
Wow. All right. TC says possibly like a hospital is needed for the physical ailment / maintenance. The church is for the soul. Could be thought the same, possibly. I'm waiting for Corey's reaction. He's being good today, y'all. He's being good. I know I can see his mind turning. He wants to say, no. He wants to say, rah.
Listen, man.
I'll tell you this. You know what's needed for the soul of people? There needs to be met. and
you gotta eat your vitamins and say your prayers.
Listen, I just Yeah, don't bring boy into this conversation. He another weirdo. But
All right, Anthony.
no,
Go ahead.
so in my attempt not to be extremely slanderous of the church, just minimally slanderous, not extremely. The fellowship in human energy is the biggest thing in the history of the world, and churches provide a place where that energy can be condensed, right? So I will say that they aren't totally useless. I just think they're a waste of time. So, because you can fellowship, like when we go out and we do things like what we're doing with Coffee, Creams, and Dreams, that's the exact same thing. It's just coming together with like-minded people and doing the things that need to get done for your community. And so you don't need a physical church building to do that. All you have to do is believe in your brother and your sister, and then do the things that say you believe in your brother and your sister. That's it. The church is unnecessary. It's a waste of time.
All right. And those are the words of Corey Camp.
Yep. I stand by that. I stand 10 toes down on that.
All right. So Anthony says she did take good care of him to the end. Fed him, clothed him, and bathed when he couldn't.
But then she deserved everything she get.
Have a good night to you, Dr. Sev.
Have a great night, Dr. Sev.
Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. Dr. Sev, you're a regular now. We gotta need to get you on the show too.
Yes.
All right. At the time, she was 24 and he was in his 60s. Hey, I ain't mad at him.
Listen, if she's taking care of him, it don't matter what age she is.
Listen, she earned that, man. Hopefully she got, took care of him in a lot of other ways. But salute to them, man. He took care of her too, though. It was all said and done.
If everybody
It was
got
a fair exchange.
Yeah, fair exchange, no robbery.
All right. So I'm curious to know, y'all. I think we need to do a new field trip or a field trip at some point.
Okay.
Are y'all down to do that?
Depends on where we're going.
All right. Well, this is a place I'm thinking about.
We're currently in Columbia, South Carolina,
Oh,
and we traveled 7 hours
Yep.
just to try
Coffee
this
cream
food.
again?
3 hours on a plane, 4 hours in a car.
Oh, I
the
saw
back roads
this.
of South Carolina feel like 10 hours in a car. But I feel like I speak for everybody on the internet when I say when I saw these videos,
Chicken.
I wanted to try this.
Yeah, about to baptize that chicken. Nice and pretty already. We ain't even dropped any grease yet. About to wheel it on down. This is what you want right here.
So I saw this,
It only been 2 minutes.
Yeah, I saw this video.
Popeyes can't do
and my
it.
people's from South Carolina too, and I've been dying to go back. Ain't been back in a while.
That's right, we here.
And that chicken
my
looked
opinion,
delicious.
Is this the best fried chicken or fried fish that I've ever had? Let's find out. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. We spent absolutely nothing but 7 hours of travel time. When I say we in a residential area, we in somebody's neighborhood. He really in his backyard, but it looked like a backyard fish fry. He about to fry the grease up right now, super hot and fresh. So let's go find out together.
This is about to be the best thing right here, though. The dude, Bernard, he got the best chicken. I've been sending it online for like a year. I've been sending it to Keith. It's up.
Hey, everybody.
So did y'all peep that?
Roll it. Yeah, just roll it slow.
Spark.
Hold it. Oh, they got some weight on it. Don't go faster than that. Don't go faster than that? No, let it go. Go ahead. Let it go in the grease.
That's it, man. Talk about
Look at
this
that fire, bro. The sizzling of that oil makes it's choking my arteries right now, but
It looks so good.
it looks so delicious.
It looks so damn good.
I'm over here hungry too, Kumar. You drawn right now.
Listen, I'm saying, do y'all want to take a field trip?
Put a little hot
I'm
on there.
starving too.
I'm
You
glad,
got
I'm glad
me-
two creators came together.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't mean no harm.
You drawn right now, bro.
Okay. It's good.
You know, when you get the bomb with Keith.
It's good as hell, actually.
My man rolling, eyes rolling like a pair of
This is
dice
the
in
best
Las
seasoned chicken I've
Vegas.
ever had. It's Sunday right now. He knew he was coming on Friday. He probably started marinating this the second we started communicating. I can tell this got so much flavor, it don't even make no sense. If it's not buttermilk, I'd be very, very highly surprised. It's not salty, it's spicy. Even though it got a lot of salt on it,
Man, I'm
the
getting on
balance of the
DoorDash
hot
right now.
honey
You
with the
drawn,
salt,
bro.
with the spice really like, he did his thing. He got it. He got it. Was it worth the 3 hours? It was worth the 3 hours. Yeah, it's like a 9 out of 10.
All right, so what's up? Can we go to SC? Can we go
Yeah,
to South
man,
Carolina?
I gotta get on the app right now. By the way, I'm not getting on DoorDash, Joe. Just to let y'all know that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I told you right now, you just drew and got me hungry, but I don't use DoorDash. This is what I use right here, y'all. See what that
Yeah, the
is?
brothers.
I'm gonna show you what this is. Let me show
Tell
you
them what their name is.
Let me show you what this app is real fast. You see
We
that?
know what the app is, but
What is
tell them. Say what it is. Say what it is.
Black and Mobile, man. Black and Mobile, man.
And who runs that? The brothers, the two brothers.
Yeah, man. It's all black-owned restaurants on here, man. So I say that to say I'm on here now looking for some nice chicken because Kamari and Drew because I'm starving. A King's Cafe. That's a black-owned spot.
It's in Jenkintown.
Is it? Let's see where this one is located. No, Shelton Avenue, 218 West Shelton.
Oh, I've been there too. They got good chicken too.
Do they? All right. I'm about to see what's good with these folks.
It's a bar, but yeah.
They got wings too. All right. See, Kamari Drew. Now I'm on Black and Mobile looking for some. Little Trent's on here.
Did you see Little Trent got out of the Roots Festival?
I didn't.
Yeah. He took pictures with Gilly and Wallow, and they got busy out there.
I stopped looking at Roots Festival joint because I got so much slander. I was away and then I saw so much slander. I was like, I don't even want to see this.
Yo, it was taking people 4 and 5 hours to get through the gates, bro. Like it outgrew the place where it's at. It just outgrew it.
I don't have a thought one way or the other. I just didn't see the slander.
And plus it rained. So, raining outside festivals, you're never going to have a good thing.
I'm not a festival boy anyway. I like small, intimate settings to listen to my music. You know what I'm saying?
So it's funny. I really want to go just because I want to see Black Thought do his thing. But to Jimmy's thought, I can't do the festival. But Dune Day is coming up Sunday, so maybe I'll go down to Dune Day.
I feel like Kamari when it comes to the festivals, man. I'm too old for that shit. Man. I just can't do it.
All right, Jigga says, "Why dog literally talk like he writes? I review food on the chalkboards 100 times." All right, so Anthony says, "Honestly, I haven't eaten fried chicken in about 2 years, but bruh, I want some right now." I'm sorry, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kamari's growing, dog.
Listen, I was proposing a field trip. None of y'all even talking about that. Y'all just ignore me.
Why do you order something? Because no, it's Kamari's fault, man. Because he got her. You know what I'm saying?
South Carolina is a 7 to 9 hour drive, depending on what part you're going to. And
Charleston. You said it, Charleston.
Charleston.
Probably like 10 hours.
Yeah, yes, almost 10 hours.
Yeah, if not more.
In fact, let me
But
see
I'm saying that could be a road trip for us.
Let me see if Love and Honey's still open, man.
See, Jimmy won't even acknowledge what I'm talking about.
We rounding at about hour and a half. Let's get this Bitcoin giveaway popping off. Let's get some
So wait a minute. I want y'all to notice how I proposed a field trip. Everybody ignored me. Do y'all see this? Or is it me?
South Carolina, you talking about a 10-hour field trip, dog? Or if we doing flights, then maybe. I'm not riding no car for 10 hours. Bro.
Man, you can drive for 10 hours, man.
No, you can drive for 10 hours. I
have no problem.
I'm not sitting in no car for 10 hours.
Listen, man, one of my greatest moments with my dad, one of my roughest moments with my dad when we rode cross country, 2017. It was
Love and Honey was closed, man.
I don't even know what that is.
You never heard of Love and Honey?
Nope. Where's it at?
They have arguably the best fried chicken in Philly. Now, I wouldn't say that because I like the Biden Brothers stuff better. But this is something I got put on this by Questlove.
Okay.
But
what a Wayne? He says flight probably $100 per. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm catching a flight. I don't know what they arguing about. I'm getting.
So you do want to go, Jimmy? Because you haven't said
much. Kamara the only one that want to drive. Nobody want to drive.
We can drive or flight. Let's just get there. I don't care how we get there. Get there anywhere we can.
Listen, man. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm gonna jump on a flight, man. I don't need to be around. So shout out to all the actors. I went to see The Wiz last night, by the way, at the Academy of Music, and it was phenomenal.
That's what I got to get back out to doing, man. I got to go back out. Like I used to do live shows like 3 times a month, man. I used to be like Like my playbill collection is beastly, bro.
Yeah, I took him right over there. They call me Young Playbill. So I was there last night. At court, guess by the way, I saw Tamika there too. Tamika Jeter. So
Tamika who? Which one?
Tamika, our valedictorian at Central. So she was in.
Oh, okay.
So she was there too. But no, the Wiz was amazing, by the way. And now I gotta go find the original Wiz and watch that again, man, and see my man Michael Jackson, do a scarecrow thing. But no, it was phenomenal. And I just want to put that out there because the Wiz is also some Black-ish too. That's also Black-ish.
Okay, shout out to Barry.
By the way, there's a great documentary I found on YouTube where the guy talks about like the making of that and how Barry Gordy was low key just taking all the Jackson 5 money to make the Wiz. He sent the Jackson 5 out on the road to get all the money, and he was keeping all their money so he could shoot the Wiz. And that was one of the reasons they got pissed. And Mike was like, "I'm out of here. I'm going to CBS because he took all our chickens so you could make the Wiz because he was trying, because he was trying to look out for his chick. Not the Wiz.
Anthony said
it wasn't the Wiz. It was the other one. The other one with Diana was a star with
Mahogany.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is it the Mahogany or Lady Sings the Blues?
Lady Sings the Blues. Billy D. Williams and
Yeah, they talked about that in Barry Gordy's book biography. But Anthony says, I'm looking at that chicken the same way Jimmy is looking at the WCP videos.
I'm laughing. What I'm laughing at is that's a funny comment, but I'm laughing because Kamari made sure to read that comment.
I read all the comments, sir. I mean, I don't know.
No, you don't.
Listen, for the people in the audience, does Mari Mar read all the comments? Unlike some folks.
Mari Mar.
All right, Jigga says, I wonder if he fries smelt too. Talking about that fish. Field trip. Yeah, Big Pat Mo's got my back. Field trip. Absolutely. We can fly, we can drive, we can take a train, planes, trains, automobiles.
I'm just letting you know, Kamar, we do fly though. I'm not going to be in the back with the poors.
We already know. It's funny. Oh, so I have a quick story real quick. People literally were calling me because they saw Jimmy's story about what he calls people who are not affluent enough to sit in first class.
Jim he is the absolute funniest dude.
I was really getting the call. Shelby called me and was like, yo, what's going on with Jimmy? I said, this is what he does all the time.
I told y'all the reason I do that is not to be slanderous. I am representing for Claudette Colvin. That is really the honor of the elder.
Listen, I
am honoring my elder.
Bullshit. The time me and Jimmy flew on a flight, I couldn't sit in the front. I couldn't afford it. But I took a picture of him talking slanderous to us people in the back down. I had to show that to y'all one day.
Yeah, Kamari was walking to the back with the undesirables. You know what I'm saying? I was getting a manicure in the front, so
and a pedicure. And some Perrier.
Ain't no manicures on board. Switch your
all right, y'all. So it's Bitcoin.
Ain't no manicures on board, then switch your planes, man.
It's Bitcoin time, y'all. So what is our hashtag going to be? Come on, let's get to it.
I was thinking about that last night when I was watching The Wiz, and I looked up and saw the people sitting all the way in the very top in the John Wilkes Booth seats. I was like, they out of pocket, man.
All right, so here we go. Y'all spreading slander on me. I thought Anthony started that name, but you Jigga doing it too. So Rari Mari be skipping the record like Martin at House Party.
Here we go.
Nah.
Not if it's slander though. If it's somebody with a joke about me, he gonna find that comment.
And you do the same. Let's not lie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We gonna lie? We lying now? We lying now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey boy. See, even Don, no, District 12. I didn't even say that.
See, Don is privileged to have known what we be talking about, man.
Yeah, all right, Nicole too. Field trip. Let's go. Go get some chicken. Let's go back to the land. All right, so field trip is the
field trip is the hashtag.
That's what we got so far. Field trip.
Any other options for a hashtag for our giveaway? Any other options for a hashtag? District 12.
It's all good, brother. It's all good, brother. I get it. Jarrell says District 12. You know what? My vote's on District 12 too. Hashtag District 12.
You see, still being more famous
of our bougie ass brother Jimmy.
Let me say this before we get out of here too, because one thing I do want to say, man, we need y'all support right now, right? And this isn't about us. This is about the babies, right? The registration for our camp is open. Go to buythehoodcamp.com or you can go to bthcamp.com. Either one, Buy the Hood Camp.
Stick with one, Buy the Hood Camp.
Okay. I'm just saying, all right, I got you. Buythehoodcamp.com. That is buythehoodcamp.com. Go to buythehoodcamp.com and also send it out. If you don't have any youth or you don't know anyone, but you have somebody who has kids or whatever, send it out. We will be in person. We're going to feed the babies. I actually got a meeting with a caterer. They got an in-house caterer at PYB too, by the way. So I'm talking to them to get a menu together for us this week. But anyway, I say all that to say we're going to feed the babies. We got some folks bringing some board games. We're going to play some Monopoly. We're going to learn about finance, learn about life. I got some people that are volunteered to be guest speakers. They are going to get a real phenomenal event that we probably could charge for, but we're not. It's completely free. Completely free. Everything we do with our village and we do with our community. So we take donations and we use all the money for the youth. But buythehoodcamp.com, buythehoodcamp.com, buythehoodcamp.com. Please help us. Please help us by getting that word out there.
J Slim 7 says #slander. That might be appropriate too.
That's always appropriate.
All right, Jimmy be telling the flight waiters, please close the partitions. Actually, he does. That's not even a joke. Please close the partition because he feels the gaze of the pores looking into first class. You know what's funny? You probably heard him say this on the show. He absolutely says that shit, yo. He's laughing because he knows it's true. He can't get around it.
All I want to say is I salute Claudette Colvin. And for those who don't know who Claudette Colvin is, do your Googles. I do that to represent for Claudette Colvin. That is not about me. I joke and I do that, but it's not about me. It really isn't about me. It's about honoring Claudette Colvin. I have so much love and admiration for her and all of our elders that were in the struggle. So that's really about her.
Corey, you hear this bullshit?
I don't. I'm good.
What you mean?
Really on shit right now.
What you mean?
I love my brother, but you full of shit, bro.
Claudette Colvin, man. That's that.
Do that shit because listen, you do the shit because stunt 101 is in your veins.
Let's go, Corey.
Only the mayo though. But here's the thing though, I'd also do it because the mayo be acting wild sometimes when you do
it.
It
ain't only the mayo. He lying, y'all. Because when I was in District 12, he made sure to put it in my nose. Rub my nose.
I was messing with you, but if you look at any of the joints I put up, you're never going to see any of us. You're going to see mayo.
You didn't say, Mar, I'm gonna sneak you some extra crumb if you're in the back. I
know y'all back there with your fried chicken and your watermelon and all that. I mean, you didn't have any of the you know what I'm saying, ribeyes that we had.
Hold on. Wayne, what are you getting? So actually, I'm going to pull up Buy the Hood Camp right here. Buy the Hood Camp right here. I know I tested it. I know Jimmy tested it.
So Wayne, if you can't, I mean, I'll give you the other link too. One of them is going to take you to go to bthcamp.com. Buythehoodcamp.com should work too, but we also own BTH.
So it's funny when we go to Buy the Hood Camp, when you just Google it, it gives us a whole little summary. Shout out to SEO. That was quick.
Facebook gave me an error trying to put the website in the joint. Facebook, I guess they're trying to say it's spam. But go to bthcamp.com. That works.
Oh, wow. You know what? I know what happened.
What happened?
No, I Googled it. I didn't put it in the junk. Yep, it goes right to it. So go to buythehoodcamp.com. It goes right to the post. The post is on our Patreon site. I'll pull it up right now. But the Patreon site just gives all the details about the camp, everything, what we're going to be teaching. And there's an article on there about the good work that our brothers Jimmy and Corey have been doing.
Oh, that's dope. If you actually Google Buy the Hood Camp, we get a bunch of great stuff on there. That's dope.
Yeah.
I gotta start telling people like Ice Cube did. Google me, dude. All right. Anyway,
so it's right there. It's right there, y'all.
Wayne got it.
All right. Dope.
Yeah, man. So that's what's going on, man. Let's get these registrations up. Please share it for me, yo. I really appreciate it. Young Caviar.
Jimmy's new name is Young Caviar or Dr. Grey Coupon. Hold on. I need to read these, brother. Fall back. Jimmy's new
See the story? You see the
is
story? Or you see what I mean?
or Dr. Grey Poupon.
Dr. Grey Poupon is crazy.
Yo,
work.
that's that work right there. That's that
That's
work.
crazy work.
Oh man.
Dr. Grey Poupon. That is absolute maniacal crazy work.
Jarrell, there is a Eventbrite as well, so you can register your children, or you can also give a donation as well.
Jarrell already gave. Jarrell was the first person to give a donation.
Yes,
Jarrell
you know
already
what?
gave us a donation.
He
Listen,
did. Shout out to Jarrell.
I don't know about my brothers, but I'm gonna ask y'all to sponsor a child for our camp. If our camps are free for the children, but they're not free. And so,
they're not free for us.
Yeah, they're not free for the people who paying for them, us. But what I'm saying is they're free for the children. So if you want to sponsor a child, we'll take a donation of any size from you to help to sponsor the child. We could come up with a number and give you a crazy number, but we want you to be able to do whatever you can afford to help these children over the summer to go through our camp.
And the next week, if we don't get no donations, we're gonna have Kamari go to the car like Dr. Umar and just scream at his phone.
Scream donations at you. Well, no, we're not doing that.
Donation? I won't. Absolutely. I have no shame when it comes
the difference between us and Umar is we got 10 years of work and we got stamps.
Hey, listen. By the way, hold on. Let me stop real quick. Just Google By the Hood Camp and see what comes up. But I digress. But Jarrell, to answer that question, it is in person, but we're going to add an online component. We're working at now, how to do a hybrid, and we can still stream it to the people that need to be streamed to. So I got to meet with my brother Karan and figure that part out. Karan and
I'm the
Kamari.
one who was doing it.
All right, man. Listen, I knew that's why I said Karan and Kamari. I knew you would get
You
ready
didn't say my name. You wanted to say
I said, rewind the tape. I said Karan and Kamari, and I really said
rewind the
that
tape. I didn't hear you
because I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that. What did I tell Karan? You just want to shit all on him when I try to give him a little shout out.
Listen, I brought Karan to the table. I never shit on my brother. That's my bro right there. Love.
Salute to Karan, man.
That's right.
Listen,
Karan,
please share it out. All I'm asking is for y'all to share it out to your family, friends, your loved ones, your not loved ones. Just share it out as much as you can. Because again, this is what I'm most proud of in terms of what we do. Whoa! We just got a quick $1.50 sent to the Cash App to support the kids. Oh, is that Jarrell again? Jarrell again.
Thank you.
Listen, man, let's go right to the babies, not to our pockets, man. Because I can tell you, like, listen, we pay for the space. We gonna pay for the food. We're gonna take care of all that. But it's really about the support, man. Jarrell, thank you so much, beloved.
Thank you, Jarrell. We appreciate you.
Oh, that's amazing, bro. It's going right to the babies. I promise you that. You'll see, because we're gonna put on, take pictures, video, all that. You're gonna see how we actually get down, because this is gonna be our best. This location we got, y'all, legendary. So y'all gonna see. I'm excited about this year's camp. All new material. So we're gonna go over like a lot of material we had in the past. We're gonna create new presentations. I talked to some folks that want to come in and speak to the kids, some guest speakers. We talking about the powerhouses coming in, business owners, investors, politicians, anybody that can kind of come in and talk to the babies and give some positive energy and make sure they get a experience that they'll never forget. My goal is to one day be old, washed up, and see somebody on TV doing something amazing and be like, yeah, this started when I was at By the Hood Camp when I was 7. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the goal, man. What Tupac say? I'm gonna spark the mind.
But you're not gonna be washed up, brother. You're gonna be all right.
I'm definitely not gonna be washed up. I'm gonna be on somebody's island sipping something nice. You know what I'm saying?
Dad, that just the Biggie line just came down line, but I can't say it. I'm getting high.
Listen. I'm getting high, chilling. $500,000 without my dog. Listen, shout out to Biggie. Rest in peace to Christopher Latour Wallace, man. But anyway, what is the hashtag for this evening so we can get out of here, man?
We had a couple.
Make it hashtag BTH Camp.
You know what? There it is. Hashtag BTH Camp.
Yo, please support though, y'all. I'm really asking. I don't ask y'all for much.
Actually, I'll override that, Jimmy. We're gonna make that hashtag By the Hood Camp.
Okay, all right.
Say our name right. See, that
Okay,
ain't right.
I got you. All capitals, man. Like, you know.
All capitals? Oh, damn.
Yeah, all capitals, man.
You know I don't type that fast, man.
I just wanna honor the ancestor MF Doom, man. Put it in all caps. By the way, MF Doom is one of the illest there ever was and ever will be. And
Shout out to Seb Love X.
yeah, if you're not familiar with MF Doom, then do your Googles, man.
All right, so buy the hood camps.
Please put it. I want to see it all on Facebook, y'all stories. You know what I'm saying? If y'all still on Snapchat looking at buns, put it over there too. Wherever you are, I want to see buythehoodcamp.com.
It's supposed to be wilding.
If you on TikTok, if you on IG, wherever you are, buy the hood camp. Please share it for me, y'all. Please, please. Please, please buy Dr. Huxtable or Mr. Robbie.
All right, so what have y'all thought about Singapore so far? Have you willing to do some research? Because like I said, there are other places around the world that are having housing problems, but they have found ways to correct those housing problems. And a lot of it does come to the government getting involved. So instead of putting money into government defense, they put money into housing. So that's quite a novel idea. But the more informed people are, the better lifestyles we can all have.
All right, how many? Put the giveaway on the screen, beloved.
Hold on, man. Slow down, baby.
Whoa.
What's the whoa for, Corey? What's the whoa for?
A grown man calling another grown man baby.
I say baby all the time, baby. Baby.
Oh, slow down.
Baby.
You can get rugged, tough, hard like P. Try to play my man, but you couldn't put. I gotta stop right there. That didn't age well. That line.
Well, yeah, it's not politically correct anymore.
I can't stop right there. Little EPMD. I was about to break out some EPMD, but I realized the next line of that song. So I'm gonna
slow down, baby.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna slow down.
L did snap on that joint. L did.
Whoa! Stop the presses. Don Johnson with another $150 for the camp.
Oh, we matching energy and dollars tonight.
Listen.
Shout out to Don.
I love you. I'm gonna tell y'all why, man. We just put the word out there the last 5 minutes and got $300 for the babies, yo. That is phenomenal. That's why I said I don't care about numbers. The people that we mess with us, and I think that's what matters more than actual numbers, dog. Like, we get love out here, and again, all this goes to the camp. This camp is gonna be crazy. Appreciate that, Don. Appreciate that,
Gerard. Oh, Anthony. There you go, Anthony. Listen, ain't no Diddy over here. No Diddy.
Many y'all for wonder is MDP. You goddamn right, punk. Stay out of my way.
Is anybody watching the Diddy trial or watching the TikTokers
watch the Diddy trial? How can you watch it? It's not being. I didn't think it was being.
No, it's not. That's why I said watching the TikTokers watch the Diddy trial. It's crazy. All right, we got 18. Can we get 2 more for a good 20?
Slow down, baby. All
right, Serenity Stays. I think you just got here, so welcome. Serenity Stays, do me a favor. Just write hashtag buy the hood all together. I don't know if yours registered. Miss Maui, you didn't spell that right, so redo that, please, so we can get you in. We want everybody to have an opportunity to win this Bitcoin.
While we waiting for that, I just want to put on the record that I think Lil Wayne is a legend, but he's out of pocket, yo. Did y'all listen to that Lil Wayne album, yo?
No.
Don't.
Damn.
Yo, I swear.
All right, we got 19. One more to get 20.
Yo, it's
it's all capped, y'all.
It sounds like Lil Wayne made that those beats like literally last night, like on an HP laptop or something. Like It's
Yo,
not.
that's
Mixed,
wow.
it's not mixed
So
rice,
you mean
it's
this
not
isn't a
fast.
Manny Fresh? This isn't a Manny Fresh classic?
Whoa! Stop the presses. Wayne sent $75 for the can. Listen.
Thank you, Wayne.
Oh
Thank you,
my
Wayne.
God,
Thank
we
you, Wayne.
appreciate you. Listen. This is what I'm talking about, man. And make sure y'all share that link. Yo, for those who can't even donate, that's cool too. Just share it. Please share it. Buythehoodcamp.com. I want to get these registrations up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Before I finish slandering Wayne's album. Also, Kanye dropped the album today too, which is kind of fire.
Who cares?
I hate the fact that boy know how to make music. I hate the fact that, you know, but I'm not listening to it no more. I'm not supporting it, but some of that is fire. I ain't gonna lie.
So did Kanye dropped on DSP, or did you buy his special app?
I didn't buy anything. Donda 2 dropped on DSPs today. Just randomly dropped it. He just randomly dropped it.
All right, we are at 22 to make you holler.
Let's get it. Now we're gonna do a giveaway. $25 whoever wins. Listen, by the way, if you win this, go to Cash App. Get into your little Cash App wallet, hit Bitcoin, right? Hit receive. It'll give you a QR code. Tap that QR code. It will say Bitcoin address and Lightning address. Copy your Lightning address, which is a long string of numbers. Copy your Lightning address and then email it to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. But you still have to be here. Once we do the giveaway and we say that you are the winner, you have to say, hey, I'm still here. Because if you're not still here, we will keep it spinning. But if you are here, send that email to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. And if you can't figure out how to get your Lightning address, also send that to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. We want to make sure you get paid this evening. And do it this evening. Because I know if you don't do it this evening, tomorrow I got a gang of stuff on my schedule. I'm going to my little cousin's AAU game in the morning. Yeah, don't waste your time, bro.
And by the way, going forward after this week, you got to be a registrant of the Village to get these Bitcoins.
It's actually free to get in the Village. That's funny that people are like, I'm not in the Village. I'm like, it was free. Like, it's literally free.
We're going to start checking.
And by the way, we do have the content dropping for the paid members. The paid members do get access to certain content that the non-paid don't, which is fine. But we still want you to come in if you join a free membership. But for the paid members, for those that do pay it, if y'all watching now, we about to make sure we feed y'all. We're gonna feed y'all. We got a lot of stuff we've already shot. We just, getting it put up for y'all. So, the value will be there. Our objective, and it's $14 a month, dog. It's like, we want to make sure we add value and we build together and do more community events. Like, for instance, June 14th, that event is also free, right? We're not charging for that either. The camp is free and is based on us as well as the donations putting the money up, and we appreciate any donation. I don't care if it's $5, 150 cents. We appreciate all of it because all of it is going to the babies. The Cash App.
What's the Cash App?
Our Cash App is $ by the hood, $ BUYTHEHOOD, $ BUYTHEHOOD. That is the Cash App, by the hood.
And honestly, at this point right now, we would rather you all send us the Cash App than give us any super chats, because YouTube takes a major cut out of all that. So we want to give it right to the babies, right to the babies.
And if you can also just share out the website, buythehoodcamp.com. Registration is open. And if you are local too, it's going to be, we got people coming in local. You can meet and network with them as well. And any adults that want to also volunteer time, we're looking for that too. We're looking for everything. Crypto can and should be the vehicle to move the community forward. ADW, I think crypto could be a part of it, but I would say Bitcoin, not crypto. But I think it's a lot bigger than that. I think that the vehicle to move the community forward, and this is going to sound mad cliche, but the vehicle to move the community forward is love. That's
love.
Not to sound like Music Soul Child here, but once we get that part, everything else falls in place. I was thinking about Music Soul Child.
I was thinking about Donnie.
Whoa! Cookie just sent in a bean for the camp.
Thank you, Cookie. Thank you.
Let's go. All right, listen, man. I'm excited, bro. We did like close to a nickel, close to 500 in the last 20 minutes, bro. That is exciting, man. All for the babies, man. Well, listen, we love y'all. Let's
all right, so we're gonna let this rip. # by the hood, all caps. If you haven't gotten it in, I'll give you 30 seconds to get it in.
Yeah, we got 22 entries. Number 22, that's Andrew Tony, I believe. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Dr. Chaz, it's got to be caps. I knew there was somebody out lingering. We got 41 people in the room. All right, come on, all caps. Hashtag capital B, capital U, capital Y, capital T, capital H,
Dog,
capital E, capital H,
Roscoe.
capital O, capital D, capital C, capital A, capital M, capital P.
Yo, Roscoe sends in $150 for the camp. We
Damn.
got 50 for John Roscoe.
Damn.
Yo, it's going crazy. It's up, y'all.
Damn.
Listen.
We got 23 entries, and we got
Crazy
how much money?
part
How much money for the babies
is,
today?
y'all really are supporting, and this is just the folks that are watching us live on Facebook and YouTube. I haven't even put the fact out on my Facebook page or Instagram that the camp is open. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited, right? Because what we do is we pay for like the event, we pay for the food, we do all those things, and then whatever's left, we actually give to the kids. Like we'll give the kids and the food.
We haven't kept a dime in 11 camps, 9 years, 11 camps.
And also, that's for everybody that's here. Those who are watching afterwards.
Whoa! Hold up. Jessica Simmons just sent $242 for the camp.
Damn. What's up, Jessica? Thank you.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished?
Yo, this was amazing. I feel like the boy that used to do the
Oh, so Rock, that's your name?
Oh, my bad. I ain't mean.
But you know what? I'm actually glad I know your name now, because I always thought you was the dude.
Nah, my bad. I ain't even put no one's government out there. I'm excited, yo. I feel like we doing one of those. What's the boy named Jerry Lewis? He do the marathon joints.
The marathons.
I feel like him when he did the marathons and that money come in, you get excited. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It's just like because again, like I said, I think the vehicle for us is love, and what this shows is that we do have love out there, man. Because this is for the babies, and again, like to Corey's point, we have a body of work. We can actually show that we've doing this, right? So this is amazing, yo. This is amazing. I
What
love
up, OCL?
This put a battery in my back.
All right, OCL's in the mix too. All right, we are at 24. Can I get 25? Can
Whoa,
we get
now
one
we
more?
go from Andrew Tony. Now we Kobe Bryant right now, man. Let's get this spin on, man. Let's go.
Come on, man. Can we get one more? One time for your mom, please. One more. 25. I like even numbers, round numbers, odd
One
numbers.
time for your mom, one time. Yeah, what up? All right, by the way, I'm going to see.
What up, Dina?
I'm excited about going to see Nas at the Man, dog. I'm just trying to figure out am I putting the suit on or not to be with the orchestra and whatnot.
As Corey said, Jimmy's all about Stunt 101, and that's a Stunt 101.
What? Want to see Nas? You want to see Nas as a stunt?
At the orchestra with your tux on. That's a stunt, but I love it.
If I was going to stunt, if I was really trying to stunt, I would tell you where I'm sitting, but I'm not going to stunt, so I'm not going to tell you.
We know you front row. You know. All right, Dina says, what's going on with the donations? I'm always looking to give back. All right, Dina, we got By the Hood Camp. It is open. We are about to go live. Go ahead, Jimmy. Take it away.
All right, so By the Hood Camp. This will be our 11th camp. Corey said 11th camp in 9 years. So this will be our 11th camp. We do a camp every summer. It's completely free for the youth. You can go to bythehoodcamp.com to get information about the camp. But registration is now open. It's a hybrid approach this year. We're going to do it in person in Philadelphia and try to stream it out to the rest of the community. But it's bythehoodcamp.com. And we don't charge the kids at all. Kids ages 5 and up. It's completely free for them. How we fund this camp is it comes out of our pockets and the people that donate money, which is most of the time the people that bang with us, our community. We brought it up like 20 minutes ago, and next thing I know, we got close to $1,000, yo.
Wow. And Jay Sim said Jimmy told us he was sitting in the 4th row. That's right. People be paying attention. People listen. Unless Jimmy's lying and he's in row 1, but I believe him. I believe.
No, I'm 4, man. You know, row 1 was going up, but I'm in row 4. I'm not gonna lie, I am. You know what I'm saying? You know, but Nas is my favorite rapper of all time, so it is what it is, man. But this is funny. This is to me. This is where I know that my life is fully complete now, because over the last 2 years, I've seen my favorite artist of all time, which was Stevie, and now I'm seeing my favorite rapper of all time, which is Nas. So, at that point, I don't need to go to no more shows. I'm done. Yo, the cipher's complete now.
I still gotta see Sade though.
Is you done?
Huh?
I gotta see Sade.
Well, I mean, I do want to go see PJ Morton too, though. But PJ Morton is not in town no time soon. But that doesn't mean I won't go see it. I might travel to go see PJ Morton. Never mind, because me and Kamari had this PJ Morton, Eric Roberson debate all the time.
Not really a debate. I mean,
it's not really a debate because I hate calling it a debate because I like Eric Roberson too.
I mean, they're two great artists. We just listen. Me and Corey will tell you. Me and Jimmy will argue about the sky being blue. That's just what we do.
Listen, man. And by the way, Nas and Stevie are on a song together. You know who put them on a song together?
Who?
PJ Morton. PJ Morton.
Oh, PJ Morton. Oh, okay.
The song is called "Be Like Water." You know, off the Watch the Sun album, which is actually a classic album by PJ Morton. But I digress.
Okay, so we're about to do our spin. If anybody wants to give again, wants to donate some more, go ahead and send it to $ Fatherhood for our cash app.
They ask who we got Zelle.
I do. That's my personal Zelle, but I don't. You know, I mean, I got to talk to my accountant. Is it okay if I commingle funds with this to get the donation for the camp? Like, I don't know how that works. Like,
I mean, you can.
All right, let's see.
All right, Joel, do me a favor. Put those in capitals, all capitals. By the Hood camp, all capitals.
Let me see. Let me receive. Let me see if to receive some money.
All right, we got our 25. Let's go. My man, thank you, sir. Thank you. We got 25 and we are about to spin.
All right.
Thank you all for participating tonight, and thank you all for supporting By the Hood Camp.
I don't know if y'all can see that. That's my Zelle right there.
And his phone number.
I know. I'm drawing my phone number in the joint too. Matter of fact, let me see if I can send my joint without my phone number because I ain't trying to have. That's my actual phone number too.
They got it now. You could have did a quick blur.
I mean, listen, send nudes. All right, my fault. But hold up though. Let me see if I'm just having fun, y'all. I'm podding right now, y'all. I'm podding.
All right, Andom says, I'm an uppity Negro. I don't mess with the cash apps. He's saying it with his finger up as he types.
Pinky pointing toward the air. Air pinky.
All right, Joel says you're living a life now, Jimmy. Nas and Stevie. Yes, sir. Yes,
right,
sir.
I'm
yes,
gonna send you a picture. I'm gonna send it to your WhatsApp so you can put it on the screen for the Zelle for everybody. I'm just trying to take my jointski off. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Andom says y'all should add Zelle to the By the Hood collection plate. Okay. We can figure that out.
That shouldn't be that difficult.
It's not. You just gotta have the bank set it up. That's all.
But you definitely uppity though. That's an uppity joint. Like I do Zelle.
I'm definitely going to spam Jimmy's phone now. Yo, Lorraine, I will pay you to spam his phone.
This is my brother right here. You see this?
If you don't got a brother like Kamari, you see this one, bro? Because Kamari,
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, yo. But
listen,
no,
I didn't tell you to put your full government number and name out there. And
no, listen, I got a little hype because I can't believe like just within like that. Oh, it's more money coming in, yo. Like the Cash App is going nuts right now.
More money.
More money, more problems.
Put his full name out there. I'm just gonna say Omar. So Omar sent another donation too. Like, listen, Omar sent a donation in. Everybody, Omar. But come on, I just sent you. If you check the
I got it. I got you, brother. I got you.
I want to drop that before we do our giveaway.
I told you, Jimmy. You know I'm here to work for you, man. Get your dry cleaning and everything.
Damn.
Here we go.
Damn.
It's all for good cause, though. Anything for the babies.
Listen, man.
I'll get you some dirt water or some clear water, some tea, whatever you want.
Dirt water?
That's what he called coffee, really.
You gotta drink the dirt water.
That's what he called it.
Here we go again. I got Apple Pay too, by the way. I got it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing here? I saw somebody say Apple Pay. Like, I got that too. Like, you know.
Zelle, Apple Pay, crypto, etc. For real, just like the churches. So wait a minute, the churches are taking Apple Pay now?
Oh yeah, they take anything, bro.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Dina says, I still don't see where you donate. You can send it to the Cash App.
Cash App, BUYTHEHOOD, That's our cash app right there. You can donate right there.
You can do Zelle. I will put that up on the screen as well.
You got to pull the Zelle up too. We got the Zelle too. I was trying to find if I never received money through Apple Pay that way. I have Apple Pay.
I have. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Let's see. I got the Apple Card too, which I don't use.
You know, Jimmy got a couple dollars. Everybody can't have a couple dollars.
How does the Apple Card indicate you have money? By the way, it's a credit card. It means I got credit.
That means you got a couple of dollars. All right, that's the Zelle. Hold on, let me take this down. There's the Zelle. If anybody wants, I will put Jimmy's phone number back on the Zelle. Put it out there too, and I will gladly pay you all $1 a piece per spam.
Yo, how do you even accept money on Cash App? I mean, Apple Pay. I'm on Apple Pay now, looking like. How do you even?
How do you do it?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I use it for different. I use it for
that's how you easy. You like Don, like that's how they take their money. This SW.
No. What happened was a couple years ago when they first came out with this card. Like if you had the card, they was giving like 5.5% interest on the savings account, which they've since lowered. It's like 3.8 now. But a couple years ago, that thing was in the 5s. So
that was the enticement.
Of course, I went and got the card. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I went and got the card. And then, whoa, Dina sends in a bean too. What the fuck?
Shout out to Dina.
Dina. Yo, I just got a text from my phone. Someone says, "Hey, Jimmy."
You about to get all the spam.
All right, so Jimmy. You can't receive payments on your Apple Cash right now. You got to turn it on.
Well, you must be using a different number though. Remember, my iPhone's on a different number.
Okay, let me.
I'll text you from my Apple number to see if you can do that.
Because
I don't even know my Apple number. Because on my iPhone,
wait a minute, you mean to tell me Android doesn't have an Android Pay?
Yeah, we got Google Pay.
Yeah, Google Pay.
So I can say Google Pay. I think I got Google Pay. I don't know.
I'm getting ready.
All right,
send you a text from my iPhone number.
Okay.
And then I want to see how this works.
I got phones in different area codes.
Hey, listen, man.
I got phones.
Oh, hey, Lorraine. All right, I'm gonna lock you in, Lorraine. Lorraine, that's Lorraine.
That's not a phone number? That's an email.
What? I sent you an iMessage joint. That's an actual phone number, y'all.
It sent me
They sent you an email?
Yeah.
See if you can send Apple Pay to that email. We got some people registering for the camp too. This is dope, y'all. I appreciate it, man.
Spread the word, y'all. Spread the word, y'all.
Oh, it says I'm sending it from the phone. What's the name and or email tied to it? I don't want to donate. All right, so the name, it should be James Williams because that's me. That's on the Zelle. You know what I'm saying? And the phone, and by the way, the phone number ends in 4737. I'll put it that way. But shout to Lorraine though. I don't mind Lorraine having my number. It's all good. I'm gonna add Lorraine as a contact now because Lorraine is family. But all right, so I just saved Lorraine in. Jimmy uses Apple Pay for his $40 holidays. No, man. Oh, so Kamari just sent me some chicken on my Apple Pay. Okay, all right, that's how it works. So you had to send it to an email, Kamari? They sent you an email?
Yeah, because you didn't send me a phone number. You sent me an email.
Because I sent it through iMessage. I literally sent through iMessage and I just put yo, and you sent me $1 back. But I guess because my iPhone is registered to my I can give you that email address. It's jrw@jrwglobal.com.
No, that's fine.
I gave it to him, by the way. So let's see if the Zelle went through. I mean, yeah, the Zelle is the number that ends in 4737. It's in the James Williams, which is my government.
I truly appreciate you all for supporting this cause, supporting the babies.
This is phenomenal, y'all. I truly love y'all. And again, y'all are going to see y'all money at work because we're going to do a lot of content around the camp this year. Because Kamari's bringing in the big dogs with the Hollywood cameras, like what I'm saying. Me and Corey was
saying all that, but it's going to be nice.
Me and Corey was in the trenches with like the iPhones and Nokias. Kamari's like, no, we're going to step this up a level. You know what I'm saying? Kamari is the media guy, so he gonna have us out here looking amazing. Y'all gonna see it. Y'all gonna see it at work, and y'all gonna see the babies learn. So this is gonna be phenomenal, man. So I can't wait for this. And listen, y'all already have taken care of a lot of the expenses. Like really, like already, like this is dope. So we appreciate y'all. Much love. Let's do the giveaway. Let us give away something now. Let's give away some Bitcoin. Remember, you gotta let us know you're still here. Go to Cash App, send me your cash tag. I mean, not your cash tag, your Lightning address, and I'll send you the Bitcoin this evening.
All right, we about to let it rip.
Yes. We got
25
people here in the entries. Man, that's just dope. Drop the email in the chat. I got you. The email for Apple Pay. The email for Apple Pay is right here.
All right, and while Jimmy is dropping it in the chat, we are going to drop it on your prowess. What did I just say now? I don't know. I'm tired. I need some vittles too.
At jrwglobal.com. Yes, that is one of my sites. It's going to take you to all the wonderful things I'm doing in the world.
All that digital real estate.
Hey, listen, man. jrwglobal.com. Listen, man. Speaking of jrwglobal.com, I gave a phenomenal class today. I am been on fire with my classes, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My class was so fire. I got offered a job on the spot. I turned it down, but I definitely got offered a job.
You turned it down, chicken? Talk about stop 101.
The class I did today was on the income approach to valuation from a modeling standpoint. So it was about a lot of numbers, and I killed it. And a fair gentleman was like, "Yo, I want you to work with me." And I said, "I can't do that, sir." But
I'm mad that you called the dude fair.
I mean,
All right, we're gonna let it rip, y'all. We're gonna let it rip.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's get it popping. Corey don't miss nothing.
I hope this is fair.
Corey over there setting up parlays, but he don't miss nothing, yo. He don't miss nothing.
I'm listening. I heard you call a gentleman a fair gentleman. That's all I heard. You know what I mean?
Cookie.
Congratulations, Cookie.
Congratulations, Tyrese.
All right, so we're gonna do one more because y'all gave so much. I feel like we need to give some more.
We definitely need to get another.
We're gonna give one more.
Cookie, are you here? Cookie, are you here?
Cookie's here. Listen, Cookie just gave.
Okay?
So.
Are you okay, Cookie? Cookie,
now listen, man. I love Cookie. I told y'all, Cookie gave me a beautiful message on my birthday. That listen, when people send me kind words, man, that's my inspiration to get up, get out, and do something, man. So,
man, I give you kind words all the time. What's going on with that?
Yeah, that's in the middle of all the slander.
No, that's not true. It's not true.
I can't kill a spirit too much. Let me say something. Oh, Cookie said, "Get that 25 piece to the babies." Listen, Cookie, you are phenomenal. The phenomenal woman, as they say. Salute to the.
All right. So we got one more. We
got one more. Stay tuned, y'all. One more we're gonna try to give away. And by the way,
we're gonna let her rip right.
We got folks registering, so this is dope. People are registering for the camp. So make sure y'all share that website, buythehoodcamp.com.
Noble Purpose once again. Yo, Noble was running the joint like Don for a minute now.
So your African American friends and family to come on through.
Noble, are you here? Are you here, Noble? Noble, are you okay? Noble, are you okay? Are you okay, Noble? Noble is here. Noble
is here. He is in the building.
You are the winner of $25 of Satoshi. $25 of Satoshis. So go to your Cash App, look up your Bitcoin, hit receive, get the QR code, tap the QR code, get your Lightning address, and email your Lightning address to blackwealthrebels@gmail.com. You will get paid out. For all of you guys that have donated, listen, we love and appreciate all of you.
Y'all really did the thing, man.
This is crazy. This is beyond my man. I had no idea what happened like this. I was just asking because that's what we do. But y'all definitely have looked out for the cookout. We're gonna find a way to honor y'all, do something for y'all too. Like maybe put a class together.
We have to. We gotta maybe we need to make a banner or something with our.
Yes, we can, Corey. That's a great idea.
Yeah, we gotta do something
with the people who sponsor this. If they have a business or something that they want on a banner, and have it at our live live classes.
Our live classes and on the show.
Yeah. By the way, June 14th. I don't want to miss this too. For those that are in Philly, this is free too, completely free.
Or if you're in the Philly area, you don't gotta be in Philly.
And by the way, if you're not in the Philly area and you want us to do a cash mob and pod class in your city, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. There you go. June 14th, we will be in the community. We're going to be at Coffee Creams and Dreams in Philadelphia. Shout out to our brother Joel. Joel will be there as well. I'm laughing at Miss Mel. He paid out or flew out.
Hey.
But 14th.
I'll drive. You know, I'm a cheapskate here.
Yo. Oh, the name of the cologne again. This is a black-owned business, y'all. It's called Savoir Faire. This is fire too. Like, I still smell it now. You know what I'm saying? And I got a couple compliments today. Like, yeah, you're doing your thing. But anyway, savoirfaire.store is their website. It's a black-owned fragrance company. You can Google them too. Look up Google Savoir Faire cologne, but it's savoirfaire.store. Savoirfaire.store, black owned, so that's phenomenal. I'm always trying to find, I'm always
yo, that is wilding, yo. That is wilding.
Oh, Don, bro. Don, you in the city, man? If you in the city, pull up on the 14th, bro. Pull up on the 14th, man. Let's have a ball, man. Kamari gonna treat you to a drink and everything, man. Yeah,
for Don, that wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't treat Jimmy to nothing, but yeah, that's not a problem.
Oh, I know that's a lie. Kamari done bought me 7 meals.
Kamari be stealing the check.
I got the last one though. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, he got me good, bastard.
I got the last one. I'm gonna put it out there. Listen, man. And by the way, also, if you have any sort of like the things we do are community based. So if you got any sort of like neighborhood community thing or anything for the kids or the youth or the folks that are behind bars, like we actually want to do that kind of work. So let us know. Me and Kamari have done a couple of things already. And by the way, we got invited to speak to what fraternity is it, Kamari?
The Deltas.
The Deltas got a Kamari and I doing something for them on the 20th.
The Rock.
Yeah. So the Deltas, right? So we do that kind of stuff too, right? So yeah, community-based stuff. We in for that. So if you got anything like that in your neighborhood or virtual, let us know. We'll donate time, energy, and put together some sort of class for whoever.
We like Malcolm. We can be on 125th in 1 minute, the next day on Harvard. We've done that.
This is true. This is absolutely true. I killed when I went to Penn this year. I bodied that too. But I digress, man. Sunday, we're gonna do a quick class on something. I have no idea what the topic is, but Sunday we're gonna get that done. Another free class. You know what I'm saying? Noble. All right, Noble, I got your email. I'm gonna take care of you once we get off here. Noble, definitely got your email there. So that's dope. So we moving with it.
All righty. Well, we truly appreciate you all. Thank you for another Freedom Friday presented by the Black Belt Rebels. And we will be back on Sunday at 10 a.m. And again, thank you all. Thank you.
No, I love y'all. Yo, really, real love, y'all. Appreciate y'all tremendously.
Y'all have a great night.